Welcome back, guys. Session number 2, Kingdom of Tymria. Where we
Okay.
last let off, it was basically the calm before the storm, so to speak, as you guys uncovered where Daily Silvereye, where his hideout was. And the four of you have your own reasons for being together at this point. Just a quick recap on that. So we got Gideon, who was, he's a soldier, and he's been content just being a soldier for, I think, like the past 5 years or something like that. But Hughesbane came back, and he's like, man, what are you doing? Come on. I thought you wanted to be a Fate Lord. And it kind of has you thinking, like, yeah, I do want to be a Fate Lord. I probably should kind of put myself out there more and try to better myself. And then Gil-Galad, your guide pretty much led you to Gideon, and you don't know why or how it's going to come to be, but somehow your guide has shown you that your fate and your destiny is somehow entwined with Gideon, and that this inspiring Fate Lord is somehow your key to eventually your vengeance. And of course, we got Kalsheen and Ashe. Kalsheen, being a member of the Azure Brotherhood, being on a job at this moment, basically through the help of some information that was sneaked off to him, he's trying to bring in a criminal, someone who has skipped out on payments in the Kingdom of Tymria, and there's a bounty on his head, and Kalsheen wants to cash in on that. Likewise, Ashe is along as well because she wants to join the Azure Brotherhood, and this is kind of like an introductory mission that Kalsheen, you are expected to kind of take her under your wing. You're going to vouch for her.
Tutorial.
Yep, tutorial. And Ashe has her own reasons as well of why she's probably very interested in this line of work. And, she, as we discovered last session, there's someone pretty powerful that has it out for her. So she's kind of thinking, yeah, I do need to lay low for a bit, and I kind of, wherever my travels take me, as Pavel? Is it Pavel? Pavin? What was his name? I think it was Pavel or something.
Pavel, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he basically suggested, like, look, you need to make some friends, and you should probably lay low for a while and maybe even get out of town if you can. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, remember there's that kid who was that young man who was calling for help because he got roughed up by a couple ruffians, and they bruised him up pretty bad. He had a bloody nose and everything. His name was Bry, if I remember correctly. And and that's partially what got Gideon involved in this as well, as he was listening to this kid's report of these thugs who beat him up and stole the family heirloom. So there's definitely a lot of incentives here to bring these bad guys to justice. So as you guys approach the hideout, if you recall, we let off where Kalsheen and Ashe, you guys went up ahead, and Ashe did a little bit of scouting work ahead. And if you recall, this number 4 over here off to the right, he's just this guard that's, or this thug guy, who's just in the back, the back door entrance of this building, and he's just kind of hanging out right there. Definitely seems like there's some heavy guards around this estate area where Daly's supposed to be in. But these front 3 ruffians here, they're all kind of being loud and boisterous. They're drinking. They're just being a little bit loud and obnoxious and laughing. And they notice Kalsheen and Ashe approach. Now, Kalsheen and Ashe, I just want to point this out, that you guys didn't formulate a plan with how you were going to try to talk to these guards beforehand.
We're winging it.
You're winging it. And so I just think that's a very important distinction here, because based on how this rolling goes, it really does depend on what Kalsheen says and whether it's going to be persuasion or deception. And then, of course, Ashe, with the help action, I just want to point out, if you guys had collaborated some sort of story in what you were going to say beforehand, I would totally agree Kalsheen should get a help action there, like an advantage on the roll, because you guys knew beforehand how the discussion was going to go. But since you're going to be by the seat of your pants, hopefully, if Kalsheen doesn't screw this up, and Ashe, if you want to try to interject, basically what I'm going to do is, based on what you want to say, it will be your own role to see if you can kind of steer the conversation back on track from falling apart, depending on whether, Kalsheen is doing good or bad or whatever.
Fucking slackers.
So the potential is, if Kalsheen screws it up and the tensions rise, Ashe, if you want to, you could try to bring it back under control, maybe soothe it over, which would be your own role. And then Kalsheen,
How many minutes of a walk are we away from that inn, Barry?
Oh, you're minutes away. Like, you're like a good, you're in a completely different district.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're in a completely different district from that inn. I'm not sure exactly how far away, but it's not close.
I mean, they don't notice them yet? Them standing, their icons being at the front door?
So that's where we let off, was where they approached, and one of these thugs basically looked up and made a comment like, what are you doing out here so late? And Kalsheen is approaching. So
See what I need to say. All right.
What do you say?
So he walks up there, and Ashe in tow, I'm guessing, and he says, "Good evening, fine gentlemen." And he says, "How fares your evening?"
Sorry, you cut out there. What?
He says, "Good evening, fine gentlemen. How fares your evening?"
That was fine before and after you leave from here. I think you should leave now if you know what's good for you.
And he says, "Oh, that is a real shame," he says. "I seem to have left my family heirloom Dragon Slayer sword back at my inn, but I'm afraid I've got too much of a stiff leg to go and get it. I was hoping to hire you three to perhaps you can retrieve it for me, and maybe some payment could be involved."
Sneaking.
And kind of late for you to be out in a place like this, don't you think? And who's that? And he looks over and he sees, this small halfling back behind you.
"Oh, her?" And she says, "She's just a lost child. I've been trying to find her parents almost all day."
Called her a lost child?
Yeah, I'm going to call her a lost child. Be like, I think it is. He says,
oh, man.
He says, "I believe I'm as much as confused as you are." And he says, "But never mind her. As I said, do you think you can go and retrieve this important, expensive weapon for me?" And he says, "I will pay you each 5 gold, 2 gold up front, and then 3 more each for the retrieval."
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll me a deception?
Wait, that's 15 gold, bruh.
Well, not really. It's 6.
Yeah, no, you said
you said 2 each up front and 3 on the back end. That's 15
and 3 on the way back. Yeah, so
each.
It's 6.
You said to each.
Yeah, I know.
So what was that?
Right.
You said 2 gold up front.
And then 3 when they come back.
For each
you
of
can
them.
Lie.
Right? Yeah.
This is why this is a deception.
The 6. Yeah. That's fine.
I'm gonna use a lucky die.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to mark that off.
Good luck, fella. You're gonna need better than a 7 on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Good.
16.
So the one that's taken the lead with you, speaking with you, there's, which we'll just say it's number, I don't have my mouse hooked up here. It's a lot easier to do this with my mouse hooked up. Let me plug this in.
Nice lucky die, Casey. That was,
Yeah, no kidding.
So make sure you mark off the use of your lucky die.
Yep, I already did.
Good. Now, this number 2 is one speaking with you.
Okay.
And number 1 over here, he has a bottle of some sort of, ale or something in it, and he sloshes it around, says, "Did you hear that?" He says, "That would be a whole 5 gold for each of us." And then number 3 speaks up and looks at you and cocks an eyebrow and says, "Nah, surely you jest. Show us this gold that you have."
And he says, "Very well. and he kind of brings up the pouch, and he jiggles it, and he reaches in there, and he's just going to pull one out. And he says, and there's plenty more where that came. He's just going to put it back in.
And this one that's been speaking with you, he looks all smug, and he looks at the other two. Says, I don't know about the rest of you, but I wouldn't mind having an extra 5 gold this day. And number 3, this guy, he looks a little bit rough-shaven and stuff, like he's kind of had a bit of a rough life. And he says, oh, but what about Daly? He'd have our hides for sure if we left our post. And this lead guy, he just says, nah, he owes us back wages. He hasn't been paying us. What are we supposed to do? Pass up a good business opportunity? Daly can handle things himself. Says, come on, let's go. And it says, which inn is this?
He says, I believe it is, yes, the correct Kig Inn. That was the inn. Quite a walk from here, as you can see. That's why I don't want to go and get it.
And number 1 with the bottle, he says, oh, yeah, that's several districts away. That's at least a 25-minute walk. And he then says, well, show us then. Show us the coin and the room key.
And he says, of course, fine gentleman. And he whips out the 2 gold each. And then he goes to pat himself for the room key, and he's like, you know what? I left it with a fine maiden. I remember, because I gave it to her so we could, for some stuff later that night. You might have to look for her as well while you're there and get the key from her.
And then number 3, the one that looks pretty rough, says, oh, did you hear that? He says, were you friendly with this lass?
Oh, yes, very friendly, and I think she's getting a little friendly with me, too. You know what I'm saying?
And he gives you a big smile, and you notice some missing teeth up front.
And he says, tell you what, and he says, you get me my sword, you might as well just have your way with her for me. He says, I'm fine with spending this night alone.
And this man then speaks out, bless Tymria, luck is smiling upon us this day, my friends. And, and the other 2 nod in acknowledgement, and they say, hi. And they completely buy exactly everything that you're saying. And
right on. All right, well, I'm missing 6 gold. So.
And they took the front door with them.
Nice.
Just kidding. That was an accident.
Yeah, they took the front door with them.
They're like, you know what? Taking the goddamn door too.
All right, so they start to leave. So Gideon and Gil, you both are looking, and you're kind of thinking, oh boy, this is going to be real bad. And there's some discussion going on, and you see these 3 guards suddenly look all excited, and they have big smiles on their faces, and you're too far away to really know what's being said back and forth. But Ashe, you could tell right away from their demeanor as soon as he promises. Oh, and you gave them the 6 gold, right?
Yeah, I did. I marked it off.
Okay, mark
off.
that
shit.
Yeah, make sure you subtract that.
Do I know Gil? Do I know his name? He introduced to his name, right, in the alley?
Yeah.
Or in the...
I don't remember, actually. Because
I
Gil
think
was...
you did.
He was speaking with you, and then all this stuff started happening. So Gil-Galad,
I don't need to really know your name here. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't really need to know his name right now. But both of you are looking, and you suddenly see these 3 guards just leave their post, to your very big surprise, and they seem to be all excited, and you kind of you think you can hear one of them just explain out, I'll get her first. I should be first. I call dibs. You have no idea what
Savage,
the heck.
bro.
You have no idea what.
Dude.
You just literally had some young maiden who's around that area get gang raped by these 3 ruffians. You have no idea what you've just done.
Damn.
Okay, so I'll just be like, yeah, my eyes deceive me. What the hell just happened?
I'll say, it looks like they got lucky.
Oh, man.
Proceed.
Hell yes.
All right, so Kalsheen and Ashe, you 2 are standing in front of this door, and there's no guards around.
Hmm.
So what do you do?
So Ashe did already scout this place, right? The last session?
Yep.
Yeah.
And she reported only one guard
Yep, out
on
back.
the other side?
There's one
Out back?
Mm-hmm.
And she also denote archers in the windows.
archers.
She looks at Ashe, or he looks at Ashe and says, what do you think? Should we bring in the reinforcements now, or maybe we should get the guard in the back to leave as well?
Well, if they're all as stupid as those three were, it should be pretty easy no matter what we do.
Yes, indeed. I'm just worried about getting past these windows unnoticed. It would be a pain if someone else came out. And he says,
Well, you look over as you're saying that, and you see Gil and Gideon in the distance there just kind of eyeing, like, wondering what's going on.
Is it okay to come over yet?
yes.
Do you
And he
wave him
says,
forward?
Do we see anyone in the windows? Facing
No.
us?
Yeah, you're looking this whole time, Ash. You don't see any movement in the windows at all.
Yeah. just
How
wave
tall
them
is
up.
she? Can she actually even see through the windows?
Can look up.
Oh, she could look up. Yeah.
Oh. And he says, hey, Kalsheen gets an idea. He says, Ashe, what if you stand on me and I lift you up? Do you think you can see what's inside?
No.
Yeah.
And he says, you're fairly small. I'm afraid my figure would be quite big and they might notice me.
Well, you could look through the window too. You don't even have to lift anyone up to see through the window.
Oh, it's not a different roll if she does it. If she tries to stealth do it, she probably has a better stealth than I do, right?
It's a second floor window, right?
Well, I don't know. It's Kalsheen. Would you be thinking of that? Would you be thinking that I'm going to lift up this halfling?
Well, I'm thinking that she's small and she probably has a better chance of not being noticed, of, like, peeking in and being a creep.
Are you trying to look through the first floor window or the second floor window?
The first, well, just trying to observe I guess what's in the first floor.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? At this point, he'll just call you two over. He'll just be like, all right, come over. He kind of gives you guys you can come.
I beckon.
Okay, go ahead and move your
If you
tokens
come
over.
as you guys jostle over, he kind of is like slowly, don't make a lot of ruckus.
Well, let me go on the perimeter and work my way in. Very good.
Very well. Those two are walking up. I am going to do a hide action and just peek through the window.
Okay.
I would like to look at.
Go ahead and roll me a
Kalsh.
stealth.
Ooh.
Super
No,
good. Hopefully it's not important.
So, which window do you go to look in?
The one that's on the top
Wait.
of the screen.
Oh, you're gonna look? Okay.
Over here? Oh, you know what? Let me reveal that a
Hold
little
on.
bit. You can actually see.
Actually, before you do your stealth check, I wanted to do something. So I actually want to use my one of my clerical abilities on Ashe if she's actually going to go try and stealth.
Well, I don't think she announced it to anyone, so why would your character know to do that?
Well, I just proposed the idea, did I not?
It's after her attempt to do it, though.
I proposed the idea of doing it. Is she just not going to say anything and do it, or?
You proposed hoisting her on your fucking shoulders, not her attempting to go on her own.
Yeah.
I proposed her doing
you,
it because she's small.
You just see her sneak over and start looking at the window.
Okay.
So that top one there. And then let me reveal that much. Okay. Now you guys can see the full perimeter. You see a couple of beds, and the room appears to be quite empty. You see some glowing embers from the hearth that's like right here. Like there was a fire at some point, probably used to cook a meal or something, probably earlier in the day. There's just some glowing embers there.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be empty. You see some chests in there too.
Can I propose something real quick?
Well,
first off, if we have a couple of options here. Either we bust through this fucking door, right? After Ashe says, "Hey, I see a few things: a burning fireplace and some chests." She
Or we could
doesn't.
just
She clearly doesn't denote anybody in there. Obviously, 3, but still, we are worried about number 4, and we're worried about the potential that the guy may hear us coming and fleeing. So
Ashe.
Hold on. It occurred to me that Ashe is only 2 feet 11 inches tall. Why don't you roll me an acrobatics check to see if you can climb up? Because you're definitely too short to look directly through the window. Oh, yeah. Like, you know that amazing somersault hand thing that you did on the barrel and all that? Well, amazingly, you like just effortlessly just leap up from side to side, and you're up on the edge of where the window is, and you're actually standing on a little bit of piece of stone that's just barely sticking out, but for your little feet, it's actually no problem at all for you. And you were standing up there, and you just slowly kind of just move like this and glance, and you can see really good into this room, especially with a roll like that. Like, you just roll amazing. In fact, you see all sorts of stuff. So I'm just going to reveal it. And I think that's pretty much all you can. Well, I think from your perspective, you'd probably be able to make this out as well. You see a door over there, but you see some chests, and it's just completely empty.
Okay.
Can you climb? Like, are there like a full glass window, or are they like panes that you can open?
They're glass windows, and you think, well, from the looks of them, Gideon, they appear to be normal window panes that are in houses in Tymria, and they do have a lock mechanism on the inside, and they can slide open to let in fresh air and stuff.
I'd like to talk to Ashe for a second.
Yeah, as you guys are walking up, finally to meet with Kalsheen, because I'm doing this while you guys are walking towards us. I walk back and meet with you guys. I'll explain what I see in there too.
Can you explain what you saw? Why Gideon or why Gil and Gideon were away? Like, because we weren't there when you were scouting the building. Basically, I'm going to ask you, Ashe, with the great maneuvers. You impress me. Did you notice anything else around the perimeter of this building?
Wasn't that before we split up when I did the perimeter?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I think I've pretty much described everything, right?
Okay, so I'm aware of the number 4s over here, right?
Yeah. He mentioned that before. She mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I would like to propose to Ashe that me and him go over to number 4 while leaving Gil and Kalsheen here at the front door.
Kalsheen.
I want to ask Ashe. I'd be like, Ashe, little acrobatic one. Do you want to meet me over here on the corner where we saw that one guard guarding the door, the back door?
What for?
Well, our target is very sly. Clearly, he's hired a lot of not very professional people, for that matter. But still, if we bust in this front door, he may find reason to flee, and we need to be able to have our eye on that back door.
Maybe we should try to go through the front door quietly.
Yeah. Kalsheen says, hold on there, good soldier. Before we make any next moves, perhaps I should try to get rid of this other guard over here. Maybe he might be able to propose some trouble.
Do you need some...
about?
Am I aware at this point that you've given away your gold, or could you say, "Hey, by the way, I gave half my gold away"?
You probably saw him reach into his pouch. I would probably say that's a fair thing that you saw him do. Reach in, and he handed them some things. I'm pretty sure from the smile on their faces, I'm sure it was some money.
It was money.
You don't know if it's gold or silver or whatnot, but probably some coinage. You're imagining.
He reached in and he was like a middle finger, and they all ran away. No, what I'm saying is, I would say clearly you've bribed the front guards. You must be low on coin. Do you need any to borrow if you're going to go handle number 4?
He says, kind soldier, I thank you for your suggestion. And he says, perhaps 1 gold should suffice for this one.
1 gold it is.
I'll go ahead and speak up too and say, here, for the extra trouble, take an extra coin with you.
Yeah, so I go down to 9.
Right.
I also go down to 9.
That's my really pious way of saying, you know what, I'm fucking blown away that you actually did that, so here's a fucking gold coin.
That's
Heck
pretty
yeah.
good. I'm pretty
All
impressed
right.
as well.
And he
Two
says,
gold coin.
wait. He says, wait here. I shall return momentarily.
So, Ash, are
And,
you going with
Ash-
Kalsheen again?
Not
Ash,
unless he's
my
safe.
apprentice, he says, assist me, will you? And he says, you can learn from these endeavors that I will be... that I will be doing. Yeah.
Nice.
You can learn from me rolling luck dice.
Yes.
Well, it was pretty impressive, him quickly dispatching the 3 guards without any bloodshed, and any violence that would
man.
probably alert other possible bad guys in this compound. So that was pretty good. All right, so go ahead and move your tokens around.
So, this is a window right there, right?
No, that's
That's a hearth.
there's no windows on that side.
Oh, okay. So I'll just basically go around this way, right?
Sure.
Well,
Yep.
There are windows.
Okay. Do I need to
And
be
here, and
stealthy
here,
at
right?
all, or?
I don't know. Do you want to sneak? You want to try to sneak?
Mm,
Ashe is
there are
small.
windows here, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
she. This apprentice has much more to learn. So she says, Ashe. He says, I'm about to perform a spell on you right now that should help with your stealth techniques. Not that you need it, of course, but watch closely as I do this. And he just, he's going to cast his, oh crap, where is it? Blessing of the Trickster as one of his things he can do as an ability.
Nice.
Being a Trickster Cleric. So,
Is there any reuse on that, like a short rest, or is it any time?
It's infinite.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Heck yeah. So basically,
Very nice.
I'm using my action to touch a willing creature, Ashe, to give it advantage on dexterity stealth checks. This blessing lasts for 1 hour, so it's a blessing. Yeah. So I say,
Oh,
my Lady Tymria, I bless thee upon you, stealth. I don't know. Yeah. So
may the Lady Luck grace you in your footsteps.
heck yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and is it advantage?
Yeah, it's advantage.
Okay, go ahead and roll advantage on your stealth, Mike, if you want Ashe to be stealthing.
Just trying to find something. But yeah, I'll try to hide behind him.
It's too bad I can't do it on myself.
That'd be broken.
That's pretty sick, though. That's pretty awesome to have a rogue in the party with someone who has that ability.
Right? Heck
That is
yeah.
pretty sweet. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Definitely you blend away, at least from anything in that perspective of where you're using Kalsheen as like some concealment. They're not going to see you at all. So you go ahead and approach.
Kalsheen the whole time.
Yep. So you're just going to move right behind Kalsheen. Now, as you guys round the corner here, to your surprise, you find that number 4 is actually not there. But you smell the lingering odor of some sort of smoke in the air. And then it dawns on you, you think he was out there just having a quick smoke or something, and he's not out there anymore.
What the fuck?
And Kalsheen just looks, he's like, well, shit. No, I'm just kidding. He's just like, well, this sucks. He says, I was hoping to get that guy to leave.
That would have been more advantageous to our success, I think.
And it says, well, where are the other windows in this place? Is there one right over here?
Yeah, those are windows. Yep.
And he says, Ashe, do you think you can go up there and take a look?
Which one? The one by the door?
Yeah, the one, I think it was like right here or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right here. So, do you want to do acrobatics to get up there? again, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine, man.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an acrobatic. See if you can get on the ledge. Wow.
Oh god, yes, that was so close.
In fact, as you get up there, you do this kind of like this cartwheel, and it just goes right into a leap as you finish the cartwheel, and you leap up, and you, with one hand, you reach out and you grab the edge of like the window. There's like a window stone like trim on the outside. You just grab onto it, and with your little bit of weight that you weigh, it's really not much effort for you to just kind of hang on, and you just slowly swing around and you peek inside, and to your surprise, you see nothing but an empty room.
Oh, I thought it was going to be black.
What's that?
Dark. It's just empty.
A fake wall.
Yep. Now you do see there's some more embers in here that are glowing, and that's why you could just barely make out the room. Because of the embers in the hearth, it's providing enough of a dim light in there that you can make things out. But it appears to be no one's in this room. And I think you would probably see maybe about that much.
Yeah, he's in this window. So.
Well, I mean, we know there's a staircase, so we still probably want to be a little stealthy. I mean, we creak the doors open. I mean, you guys are on one side. Can they hear us?
No, we left our walkie-talkies at home.
No, you guys aren't going to be able to hear each other unless you really want to kind of shout.
Which would be bad.
Do that.
But yeah, so Kalsheen, I don't know if you're like... You can walk over to this window, Kalsheen, and take a look if you want.
Yeah, he'll do it if
Just
she doesn't
follow
see anything.
So yeah, you see the same thing, which is just kind of a dimly lit room from the embers that are glowing in the hearth, and nothing in there, just some beds. The beds look slept in, though. They don't, these beds aren't made all nice and perfect like what the image shows. The covers are just kind of, someone just got up.
Yeah.
And there's just a blanket just kind of crumpled up there. And you do see a chest.
Real quick, Barry, I mean, while I'm kind of facing this window, I have, since I have dark vision, is there a way I can kind of see through this even with like low light?
Yeah, you can. You have dark vision. So blackness within 60 feet of you is considered dim. So you stand in front of that window, and it appears to be some sort of foyer. As you look in, you don't see anything, but you do see a door about 15 feet in between the front door and this door that you see. And it's just this beginning entry area. Almost kind of like a mudroom type area. Probably an area for people to take off like muddied boots and coats and stuff like that. That seems to be what the room is for.
Okay.
From looking how dirty the floor is, there's all sorts of mud clods and everything all over.
I mean, does he notice anybody in here?
No, there's no.
All right.
Well,
Gil, can he tell me that? And I'm gonna open this door.
What?
You're not going to wait for us.
That's what you see, Gil. You describe to Gideon what you see. So do you go? So Gideon, you go and open up the door.
I'm opening this door.
What the hell's happening?
Man, clearly he sees another door here.
I told you guys to wait for me, and I said I'll be back. Oh.
It's an empty foyer. We're gonna slowly and quietly open up the door.
I'm gonna come back, and you guys are gonna be gone.
Wow. Luck is on your side tonight. You open up the door, and surprisingly, there's no like squeak noise or anything. It actually opens up quite nicely, and quietly. So you walk in, Gideon. There's a door right in front of you, and sure enough, at your feet, there's a bunch of clods of dirt, and dirt and stuff. There's these benches off to either side where, likely, you sit down and like take off your boots or put them on, and so on. So you gonna be a good guest and take off your boots?
Nope.
Yeah, you're gonna be. I was gonna
Just kidding. All right, Gil, do you follow as well? Do you go in?
Yeah, I'll kind of wait here by the door as he gets by the other door to see if Kalsheen comes around the corner. So
Okay.
I can kind of see
Now, I'd imagine at this point, I I would say you both are caught up at this point, right? So Kalsheen and Ashe, you guys went around. You're looking, inspecting this room. You have no idea that Gideon and Gil have like entered the compound at this point. But this is where you guys are at the same time, right here. So let's go back to Ashe and Kalsheen. What do you guys want to do?
Should we go back?
Remember, you guys don't know that
we're gonna go back and relay to them. So that's what we're gonna do.
Okay. Well, do you want to open up the door in front of you, Gideon?
I will whenever the rest of my team gets back here.
Okay. Where's your sense of adventure? You gonna wait for them to get back?
I'm fucking level 1, bro.
I'm joking, yo. All right.
All right, I'll see.
Kalsheen, go ahead and move your token. So you're gonna wait then.
I will wait in front of this door, and I will wait for everybody up to pile up in order behind me.
All right, Kalsheen and Ashe, you guys round the corner, and to your surprise, you don't see Gideon anywhere. But you see Gil standing there, and then you realize that he's looking at something, and you see he's looking into the door, and then you realize, wait, the door's open, and Gil's looking into whatever room must be in there, and there's no sign of Gideon, which, of course, you can only wonder and think Gideon must have entered this compound. So as you approach, Gil,
you got caught.
Yep, you look over and you see Kalsheen and Ashe come around the corner and start coming towards you. And they have a very look of concern. Actually, you see a look of concern on Kalsheen's face. You do not see Ashe anywhere, though.
Hell yeah. And Kalsheen is just like whispering, "What in the nine hells are you guys doing?" And he says, "Is he in there?"
Of course he is.
Of course he is. Like, this was the plan all along. Yeah.
I mean, think of it. That's how I am, man. I'm fucking straightforward. Let's do it.
And he's going to come over there and just kind of peek in and see where Gideon is. And he's just like...
Yeah, he's standing at the door, just waiting patiently. He
just points at him. He's like, get out of there.
So Kalsheen is giving you some hand gestures, trying to, like, inquire of you to, like, get out of there, like...
And he says, like, motioning, like, very stealthy, like...
He wants you to hop like a rabbit.
If you misinterpret that, yeah.
First off, my character would naturally be pretty fucking pissed that you actually try to gesture like that at all, because I know what I'm doing. And I would tell Gil, even though I don't know his name, but I'm going to point at you two and I'm going to say, get here now.
Remember, Kyle, you don't know anything about that guard that was in the back door. As far as you know, he might still be there. He might have
he might have ran off, but he's probably inside. He probably just opened the door after a smoke break and came in.
Remember, the assumption was that guard was in the back there. So Gideon and Gil do not know that guard went back inside.
We don't know he's inside.
Well, look, I just to the team, I have a pretty high deception and perception roll and intimidation roll. Why don't you give me a chance to open the door, see what the fuck is going on in here? I've got health. I've got a high. Dude, just give me a chance.
All right, I just have one more. I gotta say one thing. Remember that you look like you're a Tymria, like a guard. Okay, so you look like you are of the guard of Tymria. You and bad guys would definitely likely recognize you and your regents that you're wearing. You know, you're an officer, so you have some ranking on you that denotes that fact. So just keep that in mind.
It's the reason why I would consider intimidation if I ran into somebody in here. That's my point. Yeah. However, if someone believes they're more suited to disguise themselves for opening this door, then by all means, I'm the tank. I will step the fuck back if I have to.
Also remember, you do not have a warrant. So...
What is a warrant? A warrant for my arrest?
No, I'm just kidding. You don't have a warrant for being in there.
Yeah.
Well, my warrant is kicking people's asses. So
yeah,
I'll tell you what. I come back to the main door and I say clearly, I look over to the young warrior. I don't remember his name on purpose. And I say, you, open this door.
So you look at Gil and say, you open up this door?
No, I look at Kalsheen.
I'm not a warrior.
You young one, open this door. You pissed me off in the streets earlier.
And he says, kind soldier, I beg you to hear me out, as there is some troubling news on why we should probably think this through before just barging in there. And he says, perhaps we should take a step outside where we can discuss it.
I'm going to try to roll an intimidation against him right now. Because that's how my character is, to make him open this fucking door.
That doesn't work like that. I don't allow players to roll skill checks to force other players to do things. So you can role play all you want of like try to intimidate him, but really ultimately it's up to CJ to have his character react how he thinks Kalsheen will react.
Well, I'm not moving.
But you guys notice Ashe is nowhere to be seen as well, by the way.
She's hiding perfectly behind Kalsheen.
You don't know that. She just appears to be gone.
So you don't move?
No, hold on a second. Give me a second. Fine, I'll step out. What do you need to talk about?
And he just
only
gives
because
a
I know
sigh.
fucking newborn.
And he just gives a heavy sigh, and he's like, "Thank you, good sir." And he says, "We have some troubling news. The guard that was in the back appears he is no longer there, and he's possibly back inside." And he says, "But no worries. As anxious as I see you are to bust down that door, I have a better strategy in mind." And he says, "There will be door busting." And he says, "But not this door."
Well, as long as there's doors busting, where are we going?
And he says, "There's a door in the back." And he says, "I would prefer if you and your friend here would take that door." And he says, "But don't just go in there on a whim." And he says, "I want to try to do something when I go in there, to maybe try clear some guards out of the room." And he says, "But if things sound like they're going south, that is your time to make your move."
Clarify.
And he says, "Well, I'm just going to do what I've always been doing." And he says, "Removing the guards."
Well, I've given you an extra coin, so has this whatever he is over here. You have enough to bribe, I guess, so I will follow your lead.
And he says, "Good man." And he says, "I will let you guys take your leave then around the back door and just prepare yourself if anything goes wrong. That will be your time to make your move."
Okay, so to recap what your plan is, so is it just Gideon that's going over there?
No, it's Gideon and
Gil. So you guys are just going to burst in.
When things sound like they're going south, right?
Well, I mean, sound like.
Sorry, what's your
scream
signal?
out?
Like, yeah, are you screaming out? Like, is there some sort of plan?
Oh, I guess we probably should have like some sort of.
Actually,
I
right?
didn't leave yet. What was the signal?
I have a signal whistle. Actually, bought. I'll blow on it. If you hear a signal whistle, come in.
Nice high-pitched whistle.
And he says the signal will be, and he just kind of thinks to himself, "Fame."
Signal whistle. Are you not listening?
What's up?
I'm not kidding.
He's got a whistle.
Signal.
You look down and you realize that Ashe has been talking to you, and in her hand she has some sort of small device in her hand, and she's been saying, like, "I have a signal whistle."
Oh.
It reminds me of the Lord of the Rings.
You all look down and stare at it, and she's holding it up, and she's just kind of having this look like, "Seriously, guys." Like,
I'm telling you, it reminds me of the Lord of the Rings whenever Frodo's like, "I'll take it," and everybody's still arguing. He's like, "I'll take it."
I'll take it.
And everybody looks at him like, "Are you kidding me?" Finally, okay, yes.
And he says, "Way to go there, apprentice."
Although I do not know how to get there.
He says, "Way to go there, apprentice. Always 10 steps ahead, as you should be." And he says, "Well done." And he says, "Well, there you go." And he says, "This will be the signal."
Kalsheen's great. That's awesome. All right.
You actually fucking have a real whistle?
Yeah, I bought it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a joke. Oh my
I actually bought a lot of. I've got a lot of tools actually.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's reasons for it as a rogue.
I've got bone dice. When I roll dice across the floor, you know. It's time to go. All right, so I guess that's the signal.
So Gideon and Gil, Yeah, the when you hear this high pitched whistle, basically, that will. There you go. All right, Kalsheen, you take the lead.
And as they're going back there, he says to Ashe, Ashe, I'm afraid there's no need to hide this time, as we're not going to need it. He says, this is just a matter of words. We'll see how it plays out.
Okay, I hope you're right.
And he says, if an alibi does need be, say you are my bodyguard.
And when you say that, she just can't help but laugh. And she's like,
Very
I
well
don't
then,
think
the plan
anyone's
is
going to
set.
believe. But okay.
And he says, all right. And he's just kind of shaking a little bit, and he says, let's do this. And he begins to walk in there.
All right, so go ahead and move your token where you want to move, and same with you, Ashe.
In the meantime, I'm looking at Gil-Galad. I'm like, I'm still not happy that you touched my shoulder in the alley.
Yeah, okay. What do you say, Gil?
That's right. You'll get over it. You'll find out soon enough.
Well, if you'd explain better. You know what? Done with you.
All right, you open the
So,
door,
This
Kalsheen?
is where we find out the door's locked.
Yep, I open the door. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Okay. So, as you open the door... My gosh, just no sound whatsoever. Like, someone must have recently maintained these
Like
door
grease.
hinges or something.
A lot of WD-40.
WD-40.
There's seriously no sound. It appears a bit dark, though. You open up the door, but it's dark. Like, you can't really see anything.
Makes no sense.
Like, I can't actually see.
Well, it's dark in this mudroom area, too. It's just with the ambient light coming from the night, spilling out into the doorway and stuff, there's just enough to make stuff out. But I would definitely say, as you open up this door, it's completely dark. And the person with dark vision is on the other side of the building. So, I don't really want to reveal it, but I will open up this door here. Do you have a light cantrip?
I do.
No, that would alert them if it was dark in there, and all of a sudden they saw a flare like fly into their fucking room or something. Or...
No, I am gonna cast it though. I'm gonna light up this bitch.
Okay. Do you want to focus it on something you're wearing or carrying, or?
Actually, yes. We'll glorify him as much as we can. Let's focus it on. Let's do it on my mace.
Okay. So there's a light. As you cast it, there's this beautiful clear light that just spills out and fills every recess of the space that you guys are in. And
but before he does that, he wants to say, "Fear not, you have no reason to hide." And he just kind of yelled that in the room.
Okay, as soon as you do that, I'm just going to put you guys right there. So as you do that, you then notice that there's a staircase off to your left that is going up to the next floor. And it's just this little tiny hallway, and no one's in there as you yell out whatever it was you just yelled. But you then hear a voice then say, "Huh? You guys back from your shift already?" And you hear footsteps.
Coming from upstairs or in the room?
Nope, coming from over this way. Yep.
And he's just gonna wait for the guy to open the door, and he's gonna say, "Not quite."
I'm gonna hide back there real quick.
Okay.
You could have been like, we're just taking a piss or something. Like, fuck, man.
Okay, the door opens. The door opens, and this man instantly stands in the doorway, And let me go ahead and reveal, since your light is just spilling out.
20 guards in there. Oh, okay, just one. For now.
We don't know that.
Okay, so this man is standing there, and in one hand, so he has a scimitar sheathed at his side, and he's carrying a light crossbow that's kind of hanging off of his other side, and he has a quiver with some bolts in it. But in one hand, he has what looks to be a turkey leg or something, or some animal, and it's half eaten. And he has grease all over his face, and he has a beard, and you see pieces of this meat just hanging out in his beard. And he just stands there eyeing you. He says, who are you and what are you doing in here?
And he just says, be at ease. And he says, for our Lord has sent me here to talk with, what's his face? Crap, hold on, I'm looking. To talk with Daily Silvereye. He says, as is an important request. And he says, where is he now?
And he looks at you. We weren't told that he would be having any visitors, especially at this hour. And he says, I don't take kindly to folks who interrupt me in a meal.
And he says, you would dare threaten our Lord? And he says, perhaps you should be sent off home. And he says, I wouldn't want to hurt you.
So I think let's do the deception. Roll me a deception. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Since pretty much the bulk of this is you're telling him something completely not even true. So you're trying to deceive him, ultimately.
Oh my god. He's a dumb fuck with chicken leg in his beard.
Chicken.
Go for the deception.
Oh, nice.
And he says, how do I know what you're saying is true?
And he says, you dare question our Lord? And he says, I don't know how I can prove it to you, but honestly, I could care less. And he says, but if you have any problem with it, I would gladly have you see to him yourself, although I will warn you, few have ever survived after meeting with him. And he says, I am just a messenger. And he says, no more.
And what is your Lord's name? As he says that, you can't help but notice some spittle come out of his mouth of no doubt saliva mixed with turkey meat.
And he says, it is Lord Momon.
Dude, I'd be like, bruh, because I rolled an 18. Get the fuck out of here. Momon.
He looks at you and says, Momon. Is he a tiefling?
And he says, so you have heard of him.
And you see his eyes go wide, and he says, no, I don't want to anger Momon. Please, I didn't mean to offend. He says, Daily's upstairs.
He says, very well, but I warn you, I'm not in the best mood after our discussion. And he says, I will pay you for your troubles, but could you please just get out of my sight? And he pulls out a couple pieces of gold. And he says, on your way with you.
And he nods and he says, oh, your lord is gracious amongst you. And he walks over and he grabs 2 gold.
Yep, 2 gold.
Okay, go ahead and mark that off. And he says, no, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to get back to my meal. And
he says, you can take your meal with you, but I advise you go home, please, as I have business here with only the boss of this establishment.
And he says, well, he's upstairs, and he has his own quarters. I shouldn't be a bother. And he starts to walk away.
And he says, very well, then I will bring the rest of my...
He actually... one second.
Dude, you should have thrown his turkey leg out the fucking front door and be like, go get it, bitch.
Yeah.
He closes the door, though, as he's kind of... You take that to mean like... Okay, yeah, he didn't know you were there. He's going back. He's going to eat. You paid him off.
Right.
He's content. He doesn't want to anger this Momon fellow.
Right.
So he sits back down in his chair and he just starts.
All right.
Hey, so Barry, is there these windows like on the graphic here we've got up on the map? They don't look big enough for a person to fit through.
Nope.
Is that
Yeah,
accurate?
they're small.
They're too small.
Yeah, they're too small. Definitely in a place like Tymria, this is probably makes a lot of sense because it's supposed to be pretty hard for someone to be able to break in and enter and steal people's stuff. So they're just small little slits of windows.
Hey, I'd like to point this out, Casey. Now that you've pacified the guy, why don't you go to the right, collect the one chest by the bedhead?
Well, hold on.
I can't
hold on.
hear you.
You're not there. You're not there.
Yeah, I can't hear
No,
you. Where are you at?
I'm not. I'm saying out of character. Clear. I'm just.
I know, but better not to say much of anything just because
Okay.
your character's not there, right? So.
Yeah. After that conversation, he kind of takes a step back where Ashe is hiding, and he says,
Okay.
Actually, before you say anything,
"Now's a good time to go get the others. Bring them around here. Tell them to not go through that door."
yeah, before he says anything to Ashe, I'll kind of nod over to Gideon. How do you think our companions are faring? It's been some time.
I've heard some muttering through the walls here. It
Yeah,
clearly
you actually
sounds
heard
like-
footsteps too, and you heard the muffled sounds of some burly man speaking. You couldn't really make out what he was saying, but and then you heard footsteps again, and then you think you hear the creak of a chair groan in protest as he sits back down onto it.
Clearly,
badass back down.
Clearly, we've heard no whistle signal. So
What?
Well, there's no sound of combat,
What?
so that
there's
is
no
good.
sound of combat, no sound
Yeah.
of whistle, and there's a man clearly in front of us. It might be best for us to move back around front and regroup.
Let's make haste. I want
Okay,
this
well,
right over with.
hold on. Ashe at this time would have already Kalsheen would have mentioned to Ashe to go get the others to come
Yeah.
back around, especially as soon as it was apparent that door closed. And as
Right.
he's walking back, so Ashe, do you go get them?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ashe, you come around the corner and you see them looking at each other as they can kind of hear the sounds of this man just and he's kind of being noisy, it seems, maybe on purpose. He's definitely a lot noisier than before, at least. So
Whoa,
maybe
hold
perhaps
on
he
a
can
second.
claim ignorance about the future events. I don't know. All right, but Ashe, you come around
All right.
and you guys see this little halfling come around the corner. What do you say, Ashe?
I just whisper, "Hey guys, come on, let's go back on the front."
I was promised to knock doors down. What the fuck is going on right now? You go back and tell Kalsheen. I will not. I'm just joking. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm just.
Kalsheen sure likes to talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deception seems to be her role.
His.
Well, you look like a girl.
Okay. Just jealous, this long, beautiful
All right.
hair.
So you guys, as you walk in immediately, you can tell that Kalsheen had casted a light spell because you see this light just completely radiating out around Kalsheen, and it's completely illuminating the area in this hall. And you see these flight of stairs that are going up to the next story.
All right, so at this point, we've identified chests in 2 different rooms. I would advise at least us to slowly open this door and go collect that chest.
You don't know about
before we
that
make
chest.
I say, let's not get greedy.
You guys don't know about that chest.
I know,
Man,
but
Do you think it's gonna be like a fucking one-shot trap or something at this point? I mean, there's
You
probably
don't
some
know.
good
No,
loot
I'm
in
saying
here.
your characters don't know about that chest.
All right, fine. Then what I would say is, fuck all that. Let's just continue with the objective. Once things are handled, we'll come back in and deal with them, right?
So I guess once when you guys get there, Kalsheen will explain the events that happened to you. And he says, I think it's best that we move upstairs. And he says, your door smashing will come soon, I assure you.
I want to smash a door.
Actually,
Yes, but for now,
I think I would recommend.
I have pacified the guy in there, thinking that we are representatives of their lord, who I guess is some sort of a tiefling.
And I will say unto Ashe, because we've already cleared this, I recommend you go forth. You are quite stealthy. We don't know what lurks ahead up in the top floor.
Yes. And he says, "Well said there, Aasimar." And he says, "Well, what do you think there? Ashe, are you up for it?"
Ashe is the Gil, not Gil, the other guy, Gideon. What do you say, big guy?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
So what do you say, big guy?
Me or Kyle's here?
I give you a glance, clearly weighed down at my waist.
He's talking to Gideon, I think.
I think I'm lower than your waist, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm honestly, I'm not sure. I've seen your stealthy abilities, but I believe that we need a real warrior at the front of this footstep.
And actually, when Kalsheen thinks about it, and he says, "No, stealthing isn't going to help us here from here on out." And he says, "Not with your clinky metal around." And he says,
I was saying to Kalsheen, so do you recommend brute force?
And he says, "That will come later." He says, "As for now, we will lead the way, and we will see what is upstairs." And he says, "Just follow behind."
Give me a door. All right, fine.
Okay.
So
who's going up first?
Big Kalsheen.
Nash
I guess.
Yep.
Okay, Kalsheen, you're going up the stairs first?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to move you. If you guys scroll down, you will see an area that I've lit up.
Yeah.
The next floor. So Kalsheen, the light is completely spilling out since you're the source of the light here. And why don't you guys go ahead and move your tokens over to the second floor area. So right away, you guys can see 3 doors in this area here. I didn't put them down here, but there are some chairs around, just like in the corners here.
I guess as we move up.
Yeah, like right here and here, there's just some like seating chairs just for sitting. There's really nothing else of interest in this room.
I guess to the DM, I guess as we move up and kind of fill up this part of the second floor, is there like creaking in the wood? It's like poorly rotting wood that's kind of creaking on our heavy footsteps.
Yeah, you hear some creaking. Yes, there is. And as each of you get in position, like especially when Gideon and Gil, when you guys get up there, there's just as the wood is just creaking. But yeah, there's the 3 doors. So there's the door here, there's a door here, and there is a door right there.
I was promised a door to break down.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick a door in at some point. Well, hold on. Let's take a look at what's going on here.
After we've taken out all the guys, you can close all the doors and break them all down.
Actually, so Kalsheen kind of puts a hand to you guys as like stop, and then he motions Ashe to come over.
I'm already right by you.
I know, but
keep looking down.
Get closer. Yeah.
Russ, get over here. Oh shit.
Yeah, get there. All right, so he kind of whispers to you, "How do you feel about taking a peek on what's inside these doors?" And he says, "Do you think you're good enough at doing it?" And he says, "You're quite skilled. I say I'm quite impressed, but I don't know, this feat may be beyond you, little one."
Are you asking if I can open a door? Really?
Well, stealthily.
Oh.
Like very quietly.
Well,
I could try.
Yeah.
So he's going to bestow a blessing on you.
If someone's looking at a door, they're going to see it opening.
Well, we don't know if people could be sleeping. Who knows?
Reckon homie could be busting a jack. We could be jacking off. Or slowly open the door and you peek in, and you're just like,
God.
As far as he knows, nothing's going on.
And he says,
Which door looks like his?
He says, first, we should start off with this one. I have a feeling that this is the first one we should check. He says, a hunch, if you will. He says, check that one. He says, don't worry, I'll be right here. And he's going to bestow his blessing on you, I guess. Is this a stealth roll, or is this like a sleight of hand roll? Or both?
Sleight of hand would be stealth.
No, I'd say stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth? Okay, so I'll bestow my blessing on you. Oh, wait, it's for 1 hour. Never mind. Yeah,
you've already done it. Yeah,
I've already done that, yeah. So...
Advantage on opening doors.
So since you gave up, you weren't hiding because Kalsheen told you to stop hiding and stuff.
Yeah.
And you weren't trying to be careful. Now everyone's trying to just be completely quiet and silent. Ashe, if you want to go ahead and roll a stealth if you want.
To try and open
Get
the
you a
door.
20, man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it up to stealth just because if you roll really low, then maybe that is okay.
That's a crit.
Well, if you rolled really low, then maybe that means the door did creak. So. Okay, so Ashe, you slowly turn the handle and you feel the mechanism kind of disengage to where you can open up the door. And as you wait, which door are you opening?
This one here.
This one right there, yeah.
Okay. As you peer in, there's just enough light spilling out from Kalsheen and that source that there's light spilling out into the room where you can make
shit,
stuff
I
out.
forgot I had that on. Crap.
Yeah, and light is
Can I
spilling out
tuck
into
it
the room.
in before he opens it?
No,
Can I tuck it
no, too late for that.
I would have done that. Well, come on.
No.
That would make no sense.
Yeah, you should have thought about that before, motherfucker.
All right, so you open up the door just a crack. So I'm just going to put it like that.
Well, in reaction to him opening the door, I'm going to do it.
It's not magic, bro.
You see, Ashe, as you look in, you see the room is completely empty, but you do see a door over here, and then suddenly everything goes black.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Does light work like that? I thought it lasts for an hour. Can you dispel it?
No, I'm not dissipating. I'm just kind of like putting it in my cloak or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like wrapping it up.
Okay.
I turn my head back to Kalsheen and say, what'd you do that for? I can't see anything. There's a dragon in
there.
Oh, shit.
He says, sorry, I got a bit worried that you might have gotten revealed with the light.
Okay. So, at that point, you realize, Kalsheen, that, dang it, kind of pointless now because I did it after she opened the door, so I need to watch that next time. But Ashe, as you look in, it's just completely empty. You see 2 beds, but they're empty.
Right. 2 beds, it's empty, but there's a door on the other side.
And he says, all right, go for it. And he says, I'll keep my light hidden unless you need it. And he says, actually, he'll stand right here.
Oh, you're going to stand right there? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Here.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Actually, yeah. He'll tell these guys to wait up, and he's going to try to roll a stealth roll. Do that.
Okay, roll me. What armor are you wearing, by the way?
It's I shouldn't have any penalty.
You were wearing scale mail.
I don't think scale mail has a penalty, does it?
Yeah, I'm
it's
gonna
heavy
find
armor,
out
isn't
real
it?
quick.
Nope. I don't wear heavy
armor.
No, it's medium. I
It's
think.
medium armor.
Oh, medium, yeah.
Yep, disadvantage, yo. It's
it's
disadvantage on
disadvantage?
stealth. Yep. So roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
I'll just
Can
roll
you-
twice.
Can you bless yourself?
Nope.
Nope.
You can't.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh,
that's not
boy.
good.
All right. So, Kalsheen, as you move past Ashe, and Ashe, you're just kind of standing there, and Kalsheen, just as you indicate to him that it's an empty room, there's nothing in there. Kalsheen gets pretty sure of himself and comes walking in, and there's just this loud clunk, 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 And as you stand right here, you then hear some claws hitting up against the door right here, and you hear a bark.
I'm actually kind of glad I did
Then you
that.
hear a voice call out and say, "What is it, Half Pint? What is it? You smell something? Well, someone... Who's there?" And you hear some shling noises as you hear like a sword blade.
Like swords drawn?
Yep.
Is it time to kick indoors yet?
Kalsheen, you're super loud.
Yeah, and Kalsheen was being pretty loud there.
Fucking.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I'm going to follow the stat block, I guess I probably better. You don't hear swords come out. He actually doesn't use a sword. Well, at least for now. I just want to follow the stat block to make it simple. But he, you don't hear that. But you definitely hear him become alerted, and the dog is going crazy, especially with that horrible abysmal stealth roll.
Yeah.
I would say probably definitely like the dog definitely smells something strange and foreign,
Right.
with its keen sense of smell or something.
For sure.
Anyways, the dog's going crazy, and it's like, and it wants to get at whatever's behind that door, and you can hear this big, massive hound like just clawing at the door.
Can I move back?
Get over here,
Nope.
door kicker.
It is initiative.
Oh my god! All right.
Fair enough.
Oh, here we go. Finally, it gets interesting.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Initiative.
This is my bane of existence.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm actually going to use a lucky die. I kind of need to go.
Okay.
Is that
Oh,
your
wait.
third?
No.
That would.
This is
You
second.
rolled. No, you rolled here on your stealth ability.
He gets one more.
I didn't even use a lucky.
On the
I only
stealth
used
roll,
it once so far. I've only used my lucky.
You've used it twice, dude.
You
No,
used it
I used
once
it once.
early. Used it once earlier, and then you just now
Yep.
used it on your stealth roll.
No, that was at disadvantage, dude. I did not use it. I did not use my lucky die.
Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. That
That's
was a
disadvantage.
disadvantage
Oh, what
roll.
you tards are talking
Okay.
about? I know what I'm doing. Jesus.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so the bane
Now
of
I'm going to use it.
continues.
So it's your second lucky die.
Fuck! What?
Wow, and the
I
same
mean the exact same thing! Are you kidding me?
All right,
Okay.
so everyone made it, but
But me. Ugh.
and Kalsheen.
Yeah.
So
Exact same thing.
Gil-Galad and Kalsheen did not. You're probably a little bit freaked out because you're hearing this dog just completely go crazy and bark at you, and you hear this man just call out, "Hey, what is it, Half Pint? What's there?" And he's completely alerted. Now, you know what? I have to modify the deck because the deck I had, I was planning on a different encounter, which got bypassed here.
Which had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all gone. Well, that dude could
Well,
still
number
run up
4
the
is
staircase.
Yeah, number 4 is still downstairs.
Yeah, you could still run up the stairs.
Yeah, one's kind
I'm in the deck just because it depends on what
Why
happens.
would he run upstairs? This
He's
is
hearing
not
the
his
dog-
business.
he's
I
hearing the
told
dog
him it
barking.
wasn't.
All right, let me add. And sorry, your sound cut out there, CJ. What were you saying?
I was just saying, why would he come up here? It's not his business.
Well, but
if Daly yells out.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I just
Haley's
mean from
yelling,
the dog
dog's
barking.
barking. I mean, it's going
I-
crazy.
Well,
You
I
can only
told him.
maintain appearances so much.
No, that's true.
my hands are shaking and my knees are weak.
All right, Gideon. You hear a dog barking from like around the corner, around that wall there, as you saw Kalsheen move in there, making an absolute ruckus of a noise, and a dog going crazy. And you've heard guard dogs like this before just go crazy as they sense an intruder and they just want to rip it apart. What do you do?
I really want to break the door down, but at the same time, I'm a little scared. I was promised a door breaking.
Real quick, since we lost you, Mike, sound check real quick. Mike?
Hello.
All right,
Okay,
gotcha.
check.
So if I had to move into this room, I would have to lose movement because Ashe is in the way?
Mm-hmm. Difficult terrain.
Fucking A, man. Okay, so I know the dog is barking here. There could be more dogs. There could be more enemies. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what the fuck to do, honestly.
Get ready.
No, it's
You still have enough movement to get to the door, don't you? Even with the difficult terrain.
Well, no, it's 15 to here. Well, I mean,
it
I
looks
would
like you can
barely
be
get
one
to
square away.
Yeah, I would be here,
Yeah.
which would be pointless. Gil, he's out. Ashe, you're in. Kalsheen's out. Let me do this. I'm going to move here. So if any dog bursts through the door and tries to attack Kalsheen or Ashe, I have the ability to throw my.
No, don't move there.
Hey,
Are you going to
Alright.
try to escape?
No.
so
Well,
Gideon, you come running in there, and yeah, you have your mace at the ready.
Mace and
Have
shield
your
at the
shield.
ready.
Can I
And,
throw a gesture at him when I see him like stop?
Well, he has forward momentum is coming right through, and
Like he's just running in here.
Bro, I got a quick
he's
action.
bypassing Ashe. He's like, "Whoa, there's Ashe. I don't want to step on her." And then he goes through, and he's about to stop right here as he's taken in the scene. As you hear this dog just growling and scratching the door in front of you that is not open yet.
So
And-
I land here and I say, be ready. Obviously, this is a vicious predator. I will be here with my shield to protect you.
Kalsheen says that is not necessary yet, and he says, "Get back, please. We can't let him see you." And you
I've
whisper,
already used up all of my movement. I can't.
"You got a dash,
I'm not gonna fucking action dash, dude. I want to stay here.
dude."
Dude,
Is
it's
it
not a
ready-
secret.
ready
Is there something the DM is keeping secret that you can't tell me, or can you just explain to
No,
me?
dude. You
You-
can't
you-
give my guy a little bit of trust with everything I've done so far.
I don't
No,
fucking know you, dude.
Apparently, Kalsheen has CJ has Kalsheen has a plan that he wants to do, but sounds like if Gideon is there, that it'll kind of ruin her plan.
Yeah.
So your choice is either you trust right now your teammate, which is Kalsheen, that she's going to be able to pull off whatever she's wanting to do, or you trust your own officer instincts and do what you think. I mean, this dog is going crazy, so I don't know. There's a lot of adrenaline probably pumping right now.
Clearly, the
What
dog's
would Gideon
fucking
do?
screaming out at that door. To be
Mhm.
honest with you, Gideon would probably have no respect for what plan you have, although you've gotten lucky up to this point. Truthfully, my character wouldn't give a fuck about this. My goal is to bring justice and to get this fucking criminal behind bars, not to deal with your fucking whims. So I'm staying.
Okay, sure.
All right, so you want to ready in action then?
Yeah, already a defense or
An attack?
an attack action. Yeah.
Okay, so anything
What's the
threatening to you
trigger?
that...
And I'll be done.
No,
Anything within-
what's the trigger?
If
Trigger is anything threatening within 5 feet if you're
within
gonna
5
swing
feet,
at it, right?
within 5 feet of me or my allies. Can I say that? Because I mean, the fucking dude's right next to me, Kalsheen. I mean, I can throw my
Well,
shield up
something
as a
moves right here,
reaction.
then-
Just 5 feet within me.
Okay, all right. 5 feet within you. Since you're gonna do a ready action, I'm gonna do the yellow thing here. Just help me remember that means you have a ready action.
Okay.
I'll mark it down.
All right. Suddenly, Ashe, you hear some footsteps come from over here as you hear this. Oh, what's going on out there? What is it? And you hear the door open. And it lets out a little creak noise as it opens. And this man comes out, and he is a little bit alerted here of hearing the dog go crazy. And he comes out from this darker room, and yeah.
And now everybody sees you. Great.
And he looks over, and he sees, he sees Gil-Galad. He sees someone standing over there, and then he sees this. He's not sure what to happen, but what's going on. But he has a scimitar, and he says, "Who are you? What are you guys doing in here? Alert! Alert! We're under attack!" And he just lets out this burst of an alarm. As he just doesn't know what's going on, but he sees a bunch of intruders here. So, he then gets in this defensive position, and I'm just going to put that on him to just. He seems to be ready to strike at anyone who gets near him.
Okay.
Actually, I think he's going to move there. All right.
Okay.
Oh, that means there's another motherfucker in here.
Well, actually, hold on, Barry. Since I have dark vision, can I see what's kind of in this doorway, just like right here?
No, you need to move out from where you are to really see. Yeah.
Okay.
See that corner right there? That's pretty much blocking your vision.
Oh, okay.
Can Kalsheen say something or not yet?
Sure. Go ahead.
So he kind of yells out, "Seize your weapons!" And he says, "We are not here to fight." And he says, "We are messengers."
Okay, Ashe, what do you do? Of course, you can't read Kalsheen's mind and what he is planning, but definitely you look over and you see that number 5 brandishing a scimitar, and he seems pretty threatened by your guys' presence in there. And the dog is going crazy this whole time as well. Remember, the sound of a dog constantly barking and growling is really irritating. So,
Bruh, we need the experience.
Oh my god.
You don't just get experience from killing.
Yeah, you don't get experience just killing all the time.
if you guys did this without shedding any blood, you would get full experience. I don't... Yeah. That's another reason why I do waypoint leveling too. There's many ways to overcome challenges in the game. It's just sometimes more satisfying to draw blood and kill things.
That's my point. So, Mike, draw back and shoot that motherfucker.
Actually,
What are you gonna do, my apprentice?
I don't know, Mike seems unsure about what to do.
He's like, God damn, I don't know.
Actually, this should be just talking to, I guess, the party.
You can always ready in action.
Just ready in action, I guess.
Yeah. I did ask everyone to not fight. You should trust in your master.
You're not my master.
Bro, I'm your master. You can call me senpai any day now.
Okay, I'm attacking number 5 because what?
Are you serious?
Yes. All right,
I don't think your character had actually been saying that, Kalsheen. You only
No,
had
he wouldn't say that. I was just saying that as a player.
I turn around the side of the door and I pat you on the head and I say, good aim.
So what's Ashe doing?
What does Kalsheen actually say?
Kalsheen already said...
She can't say anything. All she had time to say was... Or, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you should have made such a girly character.
All right, all Kalsheen had time to say was what he just said, which was to lay down, put your weapons away. There's no time at this point to
that's all I said.
Kalsheen to say anything else.
Yeah, the rest of the stuff I said was as a joke and as a player. Like.
So what would Ashe do?
So I'm gonna use like my
this is foolish.
last of my body weight kind of, and just bump into this door to open it the rest of the way.
Sorry. Yeah. That could just be your free object interaction. So you just you open that all the way.
Doors in my shoulder.
There you go. How's that?
I'm just gonna move down here and ready my crossbow.
Okay, so you hop on the bed.
Yep.
Okay, so you leap up onto the bed, and you hear some grinding of the bed just kind of make a little bit of noise as you get on top of it. And yeah,
Ashes. Ooh, well used.
Yep. So you pull out your you have your hand crossbow?
You are a quick little one.
Light crossbow.
Light crossbow. Okay. Light crossbow. And you ready it?
Ready on that square, yep.
Okay. So let's do, since your dice is green, let's just do a green dot. So you're readying that. Okay. And that's it. Now, that's the end of the first round.
Wow.
So what'd you do? Sorry.
He readied up. That's it.
Oh, he readied up? Okay.
Yep. And that was the end of the first round. Now,
All right.
I need to make a check for others to see if they pass initiative to be able to come into the second round here, because they were not exactly ready to enter the fray, if you will. So let's.
I mean, Five's clearly aware that we're in combat now that Ashe backed up and was like, "Fuck this shit," right?
Well, hopefully I can. If I go next, maybe I can persuade him.
I'm gonna intimidate him if I have to.
Yeah, maybe. All he knows is that I ducked into the room.
Well, he can see. He can see me now.
Yeah,
Obviously,
he can
that
see
sheds
you.
a different light on
You looking
who's
like a
all in
guard.
here. Exactly. At this point, I might be able to intimidate him if I roll quick and early.
Okay, here we go. Round number 2. Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Um,
Wow, there's a lot of people here.
Well, we got rid of 3 of them.
5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 4, at least 4 that we know of. Is that the dog? There's no way that's the dog, right?
Dog's probably a different color.
Remember, there's the archers in the windows that we have to worry about.
archers in the windows. But
What archers?
Yeah, I thought there was a mention before that there were people in the windows that were archers when Ashe was scouting her first
no,
round.
someone made that suggestion that they were archers. I never said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All
I
right,
saw some
sweet.
people.
Yep.
Let me cross that out then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our okay, man.
What the fuck?
All of our pre-playing today. Archers had nothing to do with it. Great.
Yeah, someone else, I remember someone mentioned that last session. I just thought it was funny because you guys were assuming there'd be archers out in the windows that you would have to worry about. So, anyways, based on what this guy has, I think he's out of actions. He can't do anything else. So, you guys don't notice anything, though. Ooh, Ashe. All right, so your ready condition never came to pass, so you're no longer readying unless you just want to continue that.
So I'm thinking I'm still kind of thinking 2nd edition. I don't actually have to cover a spot, right?
No, oh, yeah. So you just have, you could just say if anything
Yeah, basically.
threatening in range of your shot, like within line of sight.
If anything hostile comes into this room,
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot it.
Bruh, hop over to that fucking bed right there,
That's funny
man.
because as soon as you said that, I was thinking 2nd edition, and I'm like thinking, well, he just must mean anything that comes in that doorway, he's just going to take a shot. But
Yeah, if you think about it, you could still get a shot. Well, no, you wouldn't get a shot there.
Well, I could, but it would probably have somewhat cover. But I'm not wanting to shoot first at this point.
yeah.
Well, okay.
Okay, so you're just going to do a ready action again? Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ashe has her light crossbow up, and she just has it knocked. She has it knocked and loaded and ready, but she seems to be uncertain about whether she should really use it or not. But she has it up and just she's waiting to see what else develops. And
Oh wow!
There's the big dog.
There's the dog.
Okay, the door opens.
Mm. So
The
long as
dog
it's not
burst in.
so long as it's not a
Stop.
hellhound.
Back, half pint, back. And he just, yeah. So there would. So Kalsheen, you mentioned that you're not going to try to hide the light anymore, right?
Yes. So I'm not going to hide the light.
Okay. So light is going to spill out into here.
I'm just imagining him opening the door, and right in front of him is this guard.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want him there.
Bruh, I got my shield to protect you.
That's not what the fuck's the problem here. Oh, gosh.
All right. So he opens up the door, and as soon as he opens it, and he like stands back and he has his mace, and he looks and he sees Gideon, and he sees his vestments of him being an officer, and he says, "What? How did you find out where I was?" And he says, and he
He's
says,
trapped, bro. He can't go anywhere.
You don't know that.
He says, "No matter, you won't live to see the day through." And he
You
just
fucked
says,
up, Kyle.
"Come on, half pint, sick 'em, half pint, sick 'em."
Oh, man.
And the dog starts, it's this big mastiff hound, and it's just its teeth bared, and it's drooling everywhere, and it's a pretty big dog. In fact,
If it's a
the dog is
massive,
considered to be medium-sized.
I'm not worried. Bring it
And a
on.
hellhound.
Is it a hellhound size?
Yeah.
It's a Cerberus.
Fenrir, yeah.
He's gonna fucking ult me and carry me into the abyss.
We don't know what a Cerberus is. Remember?
Oh, that's true. We forgot. Let me erase that from my memory.
So I think, yeah, the dog. Okay, 1 second.
Oh, I clearly have my attack action ready. You better approach me.
Hopefully the dog doesn't go next, or else this whole thing is blown.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do any bloodshed if I get next.
All right.
Come on,
So
no
this
dog.
guy, he's gonna raise. Oh boy, yeah. So he grabs a heavy crossbow off of this table right here, and he quickly loads a bolt, and he raises it. He's gonna try to take a shot at you, Gideon.
Good luck.
Josh, please miss. Please miss. Oh, come on.
I'm just gonna keep the book in front of me. Easier to see.
Yeah, if it misses, it can really help.
Yeah, I can still salvage this
Well, I
situation.
have a fucking 18 armor
I hope
class.
it misses. Okay, and this big, massive bolt. Thick shaft of wood. Like this thing is gonna hurt if it hits you. And he lets it go. Thunk! And Kalsheen, you can see this massive bolt just a blur, and you can feel the wind off of it as it goes streaking through the air. And
Wait,
Yeah,
do I? Oh, wait. Do I get a
You
chance?
can use your lucky die if you want to impose.
No, we'll let it go. Fuck it.
and the bolt.
Just keep
comes
in mind, DM, that
Mhm.
I need a little more time to prepare for a lucky roll for some of this stuff. But anyway, go ahead. I'm not using
Okay.
one.
The bolt, you see it coming right at you, and it goes right over your shoulder, and it sticks into the wood back here. And you're just like, you felt the wind off of it, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that didn't hit me in the face. Yeah, that would have hurt really bad. Yeah, and he's done.
Wow.
Exactly what you
Just
didn't
like
want to
what you
happen.
said you didn't want to happen, and that's what happened.
Don't
Man.
Don't worry, young one. I'm on your side.
Alright, it's combat. I
Yeah,
can't
see-
salvage.
Yeah,
see-
it's
see,
fucking
dude.
combat now. Stop being fucking a politician here, dude. Let's fucking
This is
fight.
your fault, you stupid shit!
Alright.
Hey.
This big hound comes lurching out, and it's coming for you, Kalsheen. However, Gideon, you had a ready action, and you have your mace at the ready. And you attack with your mace, right? Oh, that was
close.
That was close.
gosh. Oh yeah. You crack this hound, right across the head as it comes in. You time your attack. You were ready for this, right? You're like, all right, you stupid dog. I hate dogs, or I don't know if you do, but this dog is just clawing, and it seemed vicious. But this dog comes and lurches out towards Kalsheen. But you were ready, and your mace comes down and cracks it right over the head. And the dog lets out a quick yelp as it goes to the ground. And this man in here, he has this hood about, and he looks up at you as he has his heavy crossbow, and he lowers it, and his jaw drops open. Says, "Are you bastard? You killed Half Pint. Oh, you'll pay for this." And
you will pay for it. Daily
and he starts screaming, "Where all are of you? Get up here! They killed Half Pint!" And he's completely pissed off. And you see his left eye. It's really weird as you look at him and you see the light spilling in. You see his eye over here just fine, but this eye, it's just this kind of glossy looking eye that's sort of reflecting the light a little. And you realize, Daily Silver Eye, that's him. This eye matches the description that Bryn gave, or Bry, or whatever his name was.
Right.
Yeah, so Gideon took down Half Pint, the dog.
Fuck out of here, dog.
And you're no longer readying your action. Oh! So you have momentum going here as you smack that dog over the head, and then you look Daily Silver Eye in there as he's threatening you. What do you do?
You criminal bastard! You will fall! Just like your dog did!
I'm just going to slightly adjust you a little bit here. Just to make it fit. Okay.
And I will go ahead and swing at him.
Actually, I'll just do that. Okay.
Go
ahead, take a swing.
Alright, so here comes the mace. And I'm going to use a lucky die.
Probably a good idea.
Yep, I was waiting. I was waiting to see if you would do it.
Alright, so lucky
Good luck, bro.
goes down to 2, and I'm going to re-roll.
Wow.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh my goodness.
You can't lucky die.
Wow, bro.
Oh my god. Lady Tamora is not with you.
Not tonight. And I, you know what? I'm a little embarrassed after slashing that dog down.
All right,
but,
make sure you mark off that lucky die use.
I did. Yeah, I did.
And as you swing in, and Daly has he's starting to draw his mace and put down his crossbow. But as you come in, swing with your mace, he just dodges back, and it just, your mace just clearly misses, and he just kind of laughs. He says, I'll bring you down. And
you will not. The next swing will hit.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
All right, so he was doing a ready action. Now, I can't believe you killed Half Pint. He was such a sweet dog. And number 5 here. Let's see what he does.
Oh god, I'm gonna be the target. I killed the fucking dog everybody cares about. I'm so dead.
Okay. Number 5 is going to go over here. He's going to use a free object interaction to simply close this door.
No.
Actually, hold on a second.
That's kind of weird.
No. I don't think
That's
he
a
would
little
do that.
foretelling. I mean,
I don't think he would do that, actually.
he would come after me and be like, "You son of a bitch," and then Ashe would be like, "Hey, bitch, what's up?"
We're going to roll randomly here. See who he would go for or what he would do. So he is actually going to go on the offensive. He is pissed. So he is going to go after you, Kalsheen, as he looks over and he sees the small child pointing a light crossbow at him standing on the bed. But he doesn't
Why
see
am I
that
the
as any
dick magnet for everything? What is
sort
this
of
crap?
threat. So he decides to take a swing with his scimitar at Kalsheen.
I'm gonna use my reaction.
Great. I had a ready action as soon as he came through the door.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right. So he comes through with a sword in his hand. Do that right here. As soon as he shows up in here, as he's surveying the room.
Oh, that's
Nice
definitely.
shot.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that's a
You
good
get him.
shot.
You peg him. Nice clean shot.
Oh, fucking A, bro.
Oh
11
gosh.
piercing damage.
Oh my gosh. 11.
Don't piss off the halfling.
You stick him
Oh.
right. I don't know if you can see the.
Kinda.
It's hard to see from the door, but yeah. There we go.
There you go. So, but he's up here when you stick him, okay? And as he comes through and he's surveying the situation here, and he sees this half pint, the dog, just laying there motionless on the ground, and this soldier basically engaging Silvereye daily. Silvereye, he's kind of thinking he knows what's going down now, and he decides to try to help. Because Daly would probably kill him if he didn't help, and if they survived this. But then suddenly he feels a sharp pain in his side, and he reaches down and he feels a shaft sticking out of his side, and he looks in disbelief as he touches it, and his hand is all bloodied up as he got hit deep by this arrow. And he looks over at the source of it, and he sees this standing on the bed as she starts to lower the light crossbow, and she just. What, you give like a wicked smile at him?
Yeah. Slowly loading up the next bolt.
Yep.
Is he still approaching to attack after this damage?
Well, that's a good question, because that kind of changes things here. So that was amazing. No, I don't want to die, he says, and he goes running off, and he disappears.
Is he? Okay. Who's next?
Ooh, Gil.
Hmm.
Bruh. Can you cast light on yourself?
I can.
Dude, you can go 25 here and 5 and just kill that dude.
It depends on what all's in there, though.
Well, you'll cast your light here, right?
Yeah,
And
so actually,
you'll know.
I'm going to use a cantrip right now. I will cast light upon my shield.
Okay.
So
So you have a light spilling out from your shield as you use the light cantrip, and this whole area is completely illuminated.
And then I will move.
All I'm
Here.
saying is it's pointless to move all up in here. This shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's too much difficult
You
terrain.
might as
so
well
I'll
go
move.
try to figure out what the fuck's going on over here.
Yeah, so I'll move here.
Yep. Now you could move up into that room if you would like.
You have 5 feet. But your light would spill, right now?
Yep. I'm revealing it right now. Which he has dark vision anyways, so
Yeah, so.
doesn't really matter all that much.
Ooh, bruh.
Alright, so do I see number 5?
You do. He seems to be going for that chest.
Okay, so. I'm not out of movement just yet. Can I go ahead and move in it?
Hold on, you see that as well.
Ooh, fuck.
You look over and you see, well, of course the door's there, but you see some movement. You see someone who's scrambling to quickly try to get up out of bed and grab their weapon and whatnot. At the sudden burst of all the commotion and everything that's going on.
I will rely upon my companions to help me out with this little battle. Alright, so I did 25 movement. Can I go ahead
So
and
you could move. You can move into like right here.
I'll move into combat space number 5.
Okay, that's fine.
And as I enter combat with number 5, I will uncloak myself, and my halo shines bright. And I will go ahead and attack.
And you kind of push the door open a little bit more as it opens like that. And all right.
Alright, so my eyes are glaring sapphire, my halo's going crazy, and I'll go ahead and attack number 5.
Please hit. That's got to be a hit. 15. Fuck yeah.
You smack him with your mace. For 4.
No mercy from the angel.
Jeez, no kidding. Yeah.
As I actually do land a blow to him, I will say, "This will be your undoing. I will send you to Ilu Ilevata."
And he just looks at you in confusion as he doesn't know what's going on. He raises up his hand, mace comes down, and he smashes him. And he just plummets to the ground. And this guy over here just stares you down and says, "What kind of creature are you? Do you have no mercy?" And he seems upset. He's like, "He was my best friend! You foul creature! I'll smite you down!"
I'll give him a glance. My halo's glowing, and my eyes are just like pure sapphire, piercing in darkness. And I just look at him and I just get this gaze.
You're next.
Alrighty. Take it you're done, Gil?
I'm done.
Kalsheen. Boy, how things did
not go the way I thought they would.
Things did not go the way that you were hoping.
Hold on a second. I'm a little worried about this fucking door here. And this escape.
Now remember, you are a light source, Kalsheen.
I know.
So you could move out here and just...
Well, he looks back at Ashe after giving that last order of not to do anything, and he just kind of shrugged, and he's like, whatever. And he steps over here, and he's going to do a ready action, and he's going to say to Daily Silvereye, he says, "Daily, if you surrender now, I will heal your dog." And he says, "But you must atone for your crimes."
Interesting fucking concept.
Wow.
I like this.
And he will actually...
He attacked you, man.
After that, he will stand over the dog, if that's alright.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he will...
Well, actually, we'll just say you're standing over, just
move it off?
Because now you... Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the token order here when they were placed on the map.
Oh, okay.
I wish there was a better way to control the Z order, but...
He'll just prepare...
Here, we'll just do that.
He'll just prepare he'll ready a vicious...
There you go.
Mockery spell. I can ready a cantrip, right? Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm going to ready a cantrip if Silvereye... And the trigger is if Silvereye Daily Dude attacks again. Like, goes for another attack.
Okay. So what's interesting here is I need to now make, since this is going to have an impact, I need to make death saves for the dog.
Yep.
So I already moved out the card from the deck. So whenever Daily Silvereye comes up, I'm just going to go ahead and roll the death save for the dog.
Right.
Sure.
Because I don't know what else to... Oh, wait. Did he already go this round?
Yeah.
Daily?
Yep. I think
Daily
he did.
already went this round.
So I'm going to roll a death save for the dog real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, but Daily went before the dog died.
But the dog was already out. He
Oh,
removed
yeah,
the
yeah.
dog
No,
afterwards,
you're right.
though.
No, thank you very much for that.
That was last turn.
That is important. So from here on out, every turn, I will just death save for the dog.
Okay.
But what's the diplomacy factor between Deadly, Silvereye, and Kalsheen? Like, there's a conversation to be had here. Clearly, he has to agree, right?
Yeah. So you say that, Kalsheen. Yeah, that's interesting. Roll a persuasion.
Sure. And this is where my last lucky die comes in.
Good luck.
Alright. Hold on, I can't see it. So
15.
I can choose to re-roll it and choose either or, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. Oh,
Well, fuck. The 15 was the...
It is.
I would have stuck with 15, dude. Damn.
I would have saved the luck dice.
This is kind of important, because if he surrenders, then that's it.
Well,
And so you say that, and Daly just screams out, "Lies! Nothing but lies!" He says,
Damn it!
"You were here to take me in." And he says, "There'd be no one to take care of Half Pint anyways." Like, "Oh, you'll pay for this." And he's just very upset that you killed his dog, and he's not believing anything that you tell him.
Well, I killed the dog.
He thinks it's all a trick.
I look back at Kalsheen and I say, well, look, his fucking skull is clearly smashed. There's no healing that.
You don't know Kalsheen.
Alright, well, that's it. I just
mad skills. Alright, now... Okay, I gotta modify the deck again.
That was a really interesting concept there.
If
you rolled a 20, I imagine things could have gone.
Yeah, I rolled like crap.
Yeah, I rolled really good for his.
Yeah,
so he was
that could have
like,
ended everything. Damn it!
that could have been really good.
Freaking awesome. Oh well.
Boy, this next round is going to be quite interesting.
Let's do this.
Okay, I think I got everyone. It's a lot quicker to handle this deck stuff in person. It's really quick. Okay. I think I got it all. Oh wait, you know what? I can go ahead and remove 5.
Yeah, 5 is down.
Well, when his card comes up, I'll just place it over top of yours, Jeremy. Since you got the death kill here. All right, I'm gonna shuffle. This is round number 3. Here we go. Wow.
I
Gideon,
told you,
you're on it.
Daily Silvereye, you will fall before me. And I will take a swing with my mace.
Nice.
All right, let's go ahead and try it the first time. Hopefully it works.
That's a 13. Let it hit. Let it hit, dude. 13.
Oh, it might not hit.
Oh.
I still have 2 more. I still have another lucky die. Let me try again
Yeah,
before.
one more.
Do you want to stick with that, or do you want to?
I'm gonna roll a lucky die just in case, so I go down.
No, don't waste it.
Don't waste that, dude.
It's a 13.
It's a 13.
13 has been
You
fucking
hit.
like spirigible
Dude, it's a
constantly.
13.
You hit. So
All right.
you swing with your mace and you clip him right across the shoulder. Go ahead, roll damage.
Oh, you did clip him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
fucking
did. That was
scraped the fucking. I scraped the crust off his fucking ear.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He still has damage pegged against him. That's all that matters.
Well, look, that was 3 guys. He's at least got 40 HP.
Oh,
All right.
jeez.
You
What is
guys done? Or are you done, Gideon?
No, I have movement. I'm gonna move real quick.
Oh, hold on. If you move,
He gets attack advantage.
that's attack of opportunity.
Don't move,
If you
dude.
move out of his
All right,
reach.
fine. I'll stay. I was just thinking about you, Gil. I was thinking about something, but never mind. Don't worry about it. I'll stay. I'll intern.
Oh,
Full
and
thunder.
Gil.
You can move further into them.
Okay, so as I was glaring over to number 6, and he's still. Does number 6 have disadvantage because he was still getting ready?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm not gonna disengage, so I'm gonna go ahead and. I was glaring at number 6. My eyes are like sapphire blues. Like, you are next. I will send you to Ilelevata. I'll go ahead and attack him.
Alrighty.
Give him a smackdown.
Smack down.
Yeah, 14. Sweet.
Yeah. That's
It's like
definitely
the time you fought Sauron on the slopes of Mount Doom.
Right.
Where's the hawk to save you?
Yes.
Where's the eagle?
Okay. Yeah, you swing out with your mace and you nail him right across the arm. A really good, nice solid hit. Well, hopefully solid.
Oh, sit down,
And-
dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really nice.
Knockdown. Nice.
Yeah, knockdown saving throw.
That's weird. It shows 8, but
Yeah,
Seven-
it was 8, It was barely tipped over to the 5.
Yeah, 7 bludgeoning, 8 knockdown.
Okay, 7.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Dice physics is weird sometimes.
Wow, you clipped him really hard, and strength saving throw coming up for him. 13. What was your needs? Your DC is a 12, so he saved. So yeah, he almost lost his footing, and you're back onto the bed, like making him prone. But he manages to just kind of turn with the momentum, and he keeps to his feet, and he's getting his weapon out, and he's desperate. Whatever this creature is that's trying to rain death upon him, he's to defend himself.
Okay.
Anything else you can do?
Before I end, I'll just say, "I will be the end of you," and that will end my turn.
Dude, this angel shows no mercy, man. Bro.
Oh, enemy 5's dead.
Yeah.
All right, Kalsheen, you were doing the ready, but nothing happened.
Yeah, for
so
my
spell
cantrip,
fizzles.
it didn't happen. Well, I could take a risk. It could bite me in the ass, though. Literally, it could.
Raise the dog anyways?
Raise the dog.
It'd bite you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't, dude.
That's great.
Just fucking attack, bruh.
Throw the dog?
That's very interesting though, because he did say like lies,
I know, like he just didn't believe it. So it's like,
Yeah, that's great. Throw the dog in for another attack.
Can I use an action to? Can I use an action to tie this dog up?
Dude, first off, Jeremy's already killed another dude over here.
You don't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. It's not in his line of sight.
He's 30 feet away. He's hearing people dying.
How do you know they're dying? He could just be politely knocking them out.
I understand if it was like 200 feet or 120 feet or something, but they're in the next fucking room. He's hearing people dying.
Well, you don't understand my motives, so that's okay. But I want to take an action to tie this dog up.
Do we get more experience when we kill the dog again?
Yeah, if we could just keep harming it.
Just keep reviving him and keep killing him. You know what? Let's fucking troll this game. Let's do that.
Doesn't work like that. Nope.
So I have rope. I want to whip it out and tie it up, like its legs and stuff.
Okay. Let's see. What check was that for tying the knot in the rope? We encountered this before.
Wasn't it athletics?
Sleight of hand?
Athletics, no.
No, it was one of those off ones. We did a
No, it was. I think it was sleight of hand.
Yeah.
It was in Xanathar's. Remember?
I'm pretty sure it was athletics, but it is.
It was in our last session.
How good a knot would be.
Whenever I fucking fell.
Yeah, when you.
Yeah, you fell to your 1 HP.
No, it's not survival.
I mean,
I
how
can
athletic
see,
you are would make
I can
sense.
see sleight of hand
I'm logging into.
or survival, maybe.
Roll.
Survival sleight of hand.
It's intelligence sleight of hand.
That's right.
An intelligence sleight of hand.
Intelligence. It's basically an intelligence check. And
But if you have sleight of hand skill, you get to add that to your check.
Yeah,
So,
I don't. I mean, yeah, I'm not proficient in it,
Yeah.
so just basically an intelligence check then for me.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck, fella.
Good luck, bruh.
11.
Well, it's a dead dog. I mean,
Won't be for very much longer.
well, for now. That's
For now.
yeah. All right. So 11 for that check. Okay. And that is all you can do.
I am
But
going
you had to. So your free object interaction was to get your rope out, and then
Right.
your action was to bind it
Yes.
up and tie it, like I guess like a hog tie it or something with a single knot and stuff.
pretty much, yeah.
So Ashe, you look out and you see Kalsheen pull out this rope, and just as quick as he can. Damn it! I keep saying she now.
I'm a chick, man.
I know.
What the hell?
Kalsheen is as fast as he can. He's tying the rope around all of its limbs, and then ties this knot. You're not sure how strong that knot is and how much it'll, but
Ashe sees the -1 penalty to intelligence and thinks, "Oh, it's starting to make sense."
And he says, "By Lady Tamor's word, I will prove it to you."
I think I would look back and say, that was a half decent knot, girl.
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 Oh.
All right, I'm done.
7.
Yep.
All right. Where are you at?
Okay.
We know where
so,
he's at. He's up here. We know where he's at. I'm surprised number 4 is just down there chomping away at his fucking mutton.
all right.
Maybe he bolted. He's just like, I'm not getting paid enough for this.
As
Let
he's
me
like,
assess
as
the
he's like,
damage here. 3.
Yeah, he leaves with the rest of the turkey.
9,
chicken or
12,
chicken?
Oh yeah,
15.
chicken.
Okay,
this
he's almost
door
30
opens.
HP. Right in
This
the middle.
door opens, and this man comes out, and he's holding a lantern, and he has a sword in his other hand, and he just says, "What's all the commotion?" And Gil, the man that you're fighting, and he's wide-eyed, and he's completely terrified of his life, just screams out, "We're under attack! Like, defend yourself!" And get this creature off of me! And he's completely terrified. And unfortunately, too. Yeah, actually. With the dash, he does have enough movement. He can get right there. Gil?
Okay.
And with the light spilling in,
Well, light's already upon me anyway with my cantrip.
well, yeah, but the door's open now
Okay.
right here, so light's just kind of spilling in right there.
I think it would be. I guess you can't do it at angles though.
All right, there we go. Oh. So this guy comes around. He heard everything. He's standing right there. Number 7 got the jump on him, though. But this guy is going to stand and kind of just right here as he sees some sort of creature. He thinks it's an Aasimar. He thought Aasimar was friendly, but he sees the feet of a fallen comrade right here. And, hearing number 6 saying this creature, we're under attack, defend yourself. He decides to raise up his light, or let's see, I know he has a ranged weapon. I just don't remember which one it is.
So is he trying to shoot through number 7?
It's a light crossbow, yes. So there is some cover there, but he's going to go ahead and chance it. So he is going to try for it.
Roll a 1.
Come on, dude, it's Barry. Roll 20, crit. Hit
He
me in
never
the
rolls
chest.
1.
And here we go. And as he raises up his light crossbow, and he thunk. What's your AC?
Armor class is 18.
And okay, that was actually a really stupid move on his part. He almost got you, but if it wasn't for the cover, he would have gotten you if it wasn't for the cover. But here's the thing. When this happens, when you miss, basically you apply that roll to soft targets in the path that was providing additional cover, and if the roll is good enough to hit that person's AC, then they are the ones that get hit.
So do you want me to roll a d20?
No,
it's
so
the 7 that's
number
getting hit.
7 just got pegged because I rolled an 18, and that is definitely good enough to hit. So,
Yeah.
so that is unfortunate, but he really should have been more careful. Ooh. Oh boy.
Oh, half his life.
Clunk! Ah, you got me! What are you doing? And he's pretty upset, and this guy lowers his crossbow. He's like, I thought I had a clear shot. I'm sorry, man. And
Heck
I'm
yeah.
drunk. I'm fucked up.
the note did say that they're idiots, so
Yep.
they're not
Heck
the
yeah.
sharpest tools in the shed. So,
Not the sharpest screwdriver.
Ashe.
What?
Speaking of sharpshooters,
Oh, yes.
You hear some commotion coming out from that room that you guys were in with the stairway. You don't know exactly what's going on, but the fact that you don't see Gil anywhere, you're pretty sure Gil is out there handling it.
can we move up there? I don't remember how to do like the house square thing.
Yeah, just move more into the doorway. Because Kalsheen is technically was right there. He was just kind of trying to stand the dog a little bit. Actually, no. Kalsheen was standing over the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can stand in that square, Ashe. If you want to be a bit farther back. Yep.
All right. So yeah, just kind of survey the situation in there, and I see a nice juicy target under 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoot my light crossbow at it.
Oh, wow, nice.
That's
Wow.
definitely a hit.
There's another clink sound as your light crossbow releases.
Six
Heck yeah.
piercing, dude. Hell yeah, good shit.
Oh, man. And the bolt just flies through the air, and it pierces this guy right in the side. And he
Oh,
clutches the arrow as he falls down to his, or the bolt as he goes down to his knees.
Does that make him prone?
Dude, he's dead. He's gone.
He's dead. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yes, good shit.
Yeah.
And there you go. So you bring him down as he clutches it. He says, "What did I do to you, child?" And
Yeah.
Ashe, he goes down to the ground.
Heck yeah.
And nobody can see this, but Ashe just has this huge eye roll.
Do I see
Like,
this? Do I see like him getting taken down at all?
Yeah, of course. It's right
Number
behind you.
7, yeah, he's like
Yeah.
right there. Like absolutely,
Why
you see
wouldn't
him
you
get
see
brought
it?
down.
And I guess as he goes to get, he's brought down. It's like, it is your time to be judged.
Oh, jeez.
Damn,
You're
dude.
harsh.
Yeah.
All right, Ashe, you want to move, or you happy where you're at?
I think I'll stay here for now.
Okay. I keep forgetting you're a fighter, not a rogue. Just occurred
Yep.
to me.
Wait, you are a fighter?
Yeah,
I am.
she's a
I
fighter.
thought you were
not
a rogue.
I'm a very roguey fighter.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, you get sneak attack damage on
Yeah,
there.
I
And then I'm
know.
like,
That's funny.
yeah. All right. So, yeah, this guy's desperate. He's gonna attack you, Gil, with his guitar,
Okay.
and he gets okay.
18 armor class, right?
Oh, and he desperately tries to go for your legs to maybe try to hamstring you or something. But as he goes down, you see him eyeing your legs, and you know exactly what he's going to do. So as he strikes out, you just jump up into the air, and it seems like you almost this angelic figure just kind of floating to the ground. As slow motion, this blade goes right under your feet as you jump it, and then you land back down on the ground, and he just looks up at you, and yeah, he's gonna move. He's gonna be like right there. So he yeah,
Does he realize I'm an Aasimar at this point in time?
yeah, he realizes features and stuff. And he just says, "Please, I don't want to die. Please quit attacking me. I give up. I give up."
Slay him.
No,
And
so
in fact-
does he actually
hold on.
say that to where
He drops his weapon.
Oh, man, you can't.
He drops his
kill
weapon
him
and says,
now.
I don't want to die. As he sees that he's clearly outmatched against this angelic-looking creature, and he's terrified.
Hey, someone's got to take care of this dog.
Wait,
man.
hold on a second. You have. What's Jeremy's life at right now?
I'm at full.
It shows it at half right now. Oh,
No,
no, it's the
that's-
6. Okay.
6, yeah.
I was about to freak out. I
There
was
you
like,
go.
what in the fuck is going on here? Man, I wouldn't trust it, bro. We still have a full life 8 in this level 1 who took
Make
only
him
3
lick the
damage.
toilet.
All right. Well, anyways, ponder that. That's what he does. That's his turn. He is now. He has no weapon.
What kind of an Aasimar are you, Jeremy? What will you
You're
do?
going to find out.
I'm lawfully
Yeah,
good.
I know.
Oh,
I'm,
enemy
okay.
four
actually,
downstairs.
I'm actually good.
Oh yeah, chicken eater. Yes.
Enemy 4 is like, fuck what's going on upstairs. I'm out of here.
We're just having a good old fist fight. Nothing to see here. Go back down.
He's eating his chicken. He's still eating his turkey.
Well, he's gonna be pretty surprised when he goes upstairs. Like, what the? Sees like 2 people dead.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Oh, what's going on up here? Has he doesn't have a turkey leg or anything in his hand, but he has some movement left here. So let me see. Make sure I counted that right. 30 would put him there. Oh yeah. So with the dash, he definitely has. So he runs up the stairs to figure out what's going on. He says, "What's going on up here? What's all the commotion?" And he runs to about right here, and he sees the pool of blood starting to appear at the body of this one as he has a pierced arrow behind him and on the side. And he looks over at this guy who's holding a light crossbow, and he says, "Some creature from the doorway fired that off and killed him." And then he looks and he sees some sort of it looks humanoid. He can't really, I don't back he could tell all that much.
Does he see the glow of my halo, I guess?
I don't think you really have a consistent halo glow, do you?
Yeah, so long as I'm unhooded, I always have a halo above me.
You do? Okay.
Oh,
Number 6 is whining in desperation, and definitely he can tell the tone of this is not in their favor. So he tells number 8, and he says, "If you know what's good for you, you better just get out of here. Let's go."
Oh wow.
That's awesome. Does that have anything to do with what I...
No, that was just him not having a very good morale in the first place. And probably also because he realizes that he's the one that kind of let you guys go up there without him raising any sort of alarm, and he mistake he's made. Yeah. That might have something to do with it. So he's probably thinking, "Oh crap, I'm out of here."
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Ooh. Now.
Ooh.
This guy. So Daly has his mace, and he sees just out from beyond the people here, he sees one of his men go down from some little tiny creature in the back with a light crossbow that fired a shot, a really nice, skillful shot. But he's upset, and he decides to take a swing with his mace, and he says, "I'll crush every bone in your skull." And he lashes out.
Wait, do I get to know the rolls before I decide if it's attacking me?
With the enemy, no. And that is because I would have to reveal for every single roll, and I'm not going to do that.
So I just have to guess whether or not I'd lucky roll against the enemy attack?
If you want to apply it against an enemy attack, then I would. But that's where the trade-off is. I will tell you, I'm okay with actually telling you if it's your own roll, whether it was a hit or miss, if you want to turn a lucky.
Okay.
I'm okay if that's fair.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah,
that's fair.
What do you guys think? Do you think that's fair?
No, that's fair.
Well, I would rather not.
I think I did that before
everybody.
for Dead Eyes. Anyways, I think I said that a few times. Like, no, don't use your lucky. Like, it's a hit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a couple times.
In the other round,
yeah.
Dead Eyes, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm at the ready.
Okay, so it's swinging with his mace. And you leap back, and whoosh, the mace just goes right in front of you. And you kind of let your guard down just for a moment, as you're like, oh, I escaped that one. But then you see him twirl around and keep the momentum going with his mace. And he goes in for a second attack.
The double strike?
Oh,
Yep.
no. Double striking mace.
And you bring up your shield, and there's a loud clang as his mace just connects right onto your shield. Cling! And the force of it kind of forces you back a little bit, but you press up against it. And you can see that you could tell that he swings pretty hard.
Yeah.
And he was the last to go in that round. Round 4. Six.
Oh, he's laid his weapons down.
He's laid his weapons down.
He's
laid his weapons
gonna
down.
get back up and be like, "Bitch, I was just kidding."
Yeah.
No, you see him then get down on his knees, and he goes prone. And he says, "Please, forgive me of my trespasses. Forgive me. Forgive me, creature." Says, "I was merely doing my job, but I see the error of my ways now. Please, have mercy upon me." And he looks up at you, pleading, as he has his hands clasped together, and he's looking up at you in desperation.
Okay, so
his bottom eyelids are like
Well, once it's
up.
your turn, you can, yeah.
okay.
Ashe.
Okay. How much can I see number 8 from here?
He's right around that door. I would definitely classify that as 3/4 cover.
If you moved, you can
Yeah.
hit him.
Yeah, you saw more movement.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering how much I could see from it. So what about there?
That would be half cover.
Okay, so I'm going to raise up my crossbow at him at number 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Ashe says to him, "You saw what I did to this guy. I could do it to you too. I think you should run out of here. If you run down the stairs, I'll let you go. If you're owed some back pay, you're not going to get it. So you might want to try to grab something on your way out. I won't tell anybody."
Nice.
And I'm going to do a ready action.
Okay.
Oh, you want me
So-
to roll a perception?
Sorry, what's the ready
Okay.
action? That you're going to fire a shot if he attacks
Basically,
you?
if he does anything other than leave down the stairs.
Okay. So let's do a persuasion.
Persuasion.
I really hope he makes the smart decision here.
Just don't roll a 1. Hey, that was great.
He looks down at you as you say that, and he looks at the body, and you see him gulp, and he bolts for it. Or no, wait. Sorry, it's not his turn yet.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
you did the ready action, but yeah, he definitely he's thinking about it. Although I just gave away what he's gonna do, but
Yeah.
anyways, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh boy, yeah. 7 went down to that guy. Kalsheen.
Cure wounds on the dog. Actually, first I'm gonna see if there's a pulse. If it's like alive still.
Yep. You see if you feel a faint pulse.
Okay, I'm gonna cure wounds it. So that.
The dog made its the first death save too, by the way.
All right, let's see. All right, so let's do this.
Yeah, D8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
which is 3. So. Hey.
Wow. Okay, I gotta move your token here.
Now, please be.
Great. I'm trapped between Silvereye and the fucking dog now. Thank you.
Well, the dog is, I'm gonna say, we'll just mark it prone. It's tied up.
And he. Does it make any movement?
Not yet. But now.
Well, like, any sort of, like, life movement, like open its eyes or... You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Its eyelids flutter, and it's breathing definitely instantly as the magic washes over it. Its head, you feel its skull just briefly, and you try to focus the magic right on its head because you know that's where it got struck with the force. Mm-hmm. And you even feel as you lay upon your hands and it touch this creature, the bone just mend together, and
heck yeah,
the skull is made whole, and the dog starts breathing. All
right, and so he says, "There, Daly, I have kept my word. Your dog is alive. Now, what will you do next? Will decide your dog's fate yet again, and yours." And he'll just want me to roll like a... Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, roll another persuasion with advantage, because you know what? The fact that
I did just waste a spell slot on that. Come on.
And you raised his dog up because he didn't believe you and stuff. Like I feel like that's
impressive.
Yeah.
For sure. Pretty savage.
Roll advantage on that.
Savage.
All right on. Let's do this. We'll just go separately.
So, well, fucking A, that's probably enough.
17?
17.
Unless I roll something really bad here.
Good. Now kill this guy. Now kill them.
I never liked that dog anyways, to be honest. No, I'm just joking.
No, I was going to be like, what? My gosh.
Stupid mutt barking in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
All right, no. Okay, number 4. So, yeah, it's not his turn yet, but yeah, so you say that, and we'll see what happens.
Right on.
This is your mercy moment.
Okay, so I will go ahead and do a mercy moment, I guess.
And kill him.
I don't know if I want to do charisma or whatnot. Anyway, so I kind of slam my shield down upon the ground, and I take my hand, the one that has the ring, and I will grasp him, kind of like.
Okay, hold on. It takes an action to take off your shield. So, are you saying you want to spend your action to take off your shield?
That's. If he dares try to betray me, he will die. But
yes.
Well, not this
turn.
Not this fucking turn, at least.
Not this turn. Okay, so no, I won't dispense my shield. If that's the case.
Okay.
So I will say a pun to him, and I will kind of bring him up. I was like, by my father, Gildur, by the grandfather, Iluvatar, I grant you mercy. Go to the temple. Redeem your sins. I will let you live.
They give me so many goosebumps, dude. Oh my god.
Betray me. I will see you slain here, and you will spend eternity in hell.
Ashe, you hear all this, and this man just says, "Oh, thank you, Tymria. Bless you, Tymria. Thank you, Tymria. Lady Luck, I will serve you the rest of my days." And
actually, that slightly offends me whenever he says Tymria. And I will
now you're going to kill him again.
Now you have no more blessing.
I will say, no, not Tymria, the All-Father. I will say no more. Repent of your sin. Go now. I grant you leave.
But the only temples are of Tymria. What?
Who's the All-Father? What's that?
It's just something that, as an Aasimar, I believe in. It's something that he probably wouldn't understand, but I want him.
Yeah, so that I understand this, are you talking about maybe Lord Ao, who's like probably definitely not known among most common folk? The Lord Ao is like the superpower who created the gods. And the gods actually, he divided up the portfolios of the spheres of influence of the gods.
Well, the all-divine creator.
Yeah, so I'll say...
Is that maybe who you're referring to?
For lore purposes, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and say AO.
Okay. So you're referring to Lord Ao. Of course, this is a very foreign entity that a lot of people don't know. So yeah, he looks confused, though, when you say that. And, yeah. All right.
You gotta give him a speech who Lord Ao is.
Actually, do I spend movement whenever I do that?
Wait, did Six bolt out of here?
Kind of your action. No, it's not his turn yet, though. That's the thing. So you forced him to his feet, right? You said?
Yeah, I did. So,
that was your action, basically. So you can move if you want.
So is number 6 gone? Or is he still kind of like...
No, it's not his turn yet. He's in surprise. Like, he's looking up at you as you raised him up, said all those things.
Okay, so I'll kind of just stand by him. I'll let my eyes pierce through him.
Okay. All right, Gideon.
Can I do an object interaction on him as far as like trying to intimidate or persuade him to give this up by now? Basically,
no.
I'm going to continue to attack him, or I'm going to try to intimidate him.
No, if you want to intimidate, that would be an action. So you'd be spending your action to intimidate.
Well, you just saw what I did. Do you really want to attack him?
No, I would rather... Hold on a second.
You see that he brought the dog alive. So
yeah,
Gideon do...
Deception and intimidation are my highest things. The other thing is persuasion, which is at a 1. So I could try to, at this point, be like, I'll forgive you of what the fuck you've done if you give yourself up now. Basically, that's what I would say to him, and I'd have to roll a persuasion check. I mean, I don't know what else I'd have to roll.
You could roll. You could ready an attack.
You kind of represent the law here as well. Do you think maybe you would say, look, no more harm will come to you or your men if you just give yourself up? There's no way out of here,
Well, that's my point. I'd be like, look, Daly, there's no way out of here. I'll guarantee you your safety, but you will be taken in. Come clean or be taken by all of us, basically, is what I'd say to him.
By force, yeah.
Yeah, we will kill you.
Yeah.
Either come alive or go dead.
So when Gideon says that, like, we will kill you, Kalsheen, you're kind of thinking, oh, all that money? No, like, we've got to bring him back alive.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
All right,
fucking
so...
greedy Jew, man.
So it sounds like you're really trying to persuade him to give up the cause of resisting that, dude, this is a lost battle for you. You better just stop.
Let me word it in a little different way. Be like, look, my companion just raised your dog. My other companion spared your minion, one you probably haven't paid in months.
You don't know that happened, but...
Yeah.
I'm just guessing, based on the ruffians he has fucking hired, for Christ's sake. Come clean. Now or fall.
Okay. So we'll see what...
You want to ready an attack
roll
just
persuasion.
in case he attacks you?
No, I'm going to just roll a persuasion now, I guess.
No, he has to do his action to do that, so...
Oh. Okay.
Luck dice. Alright, so I go down to 1. And I'll do it one more time.
Although, you know what? I messed here. So Ashe did a persuasion and then did a ready action. So if you want to do a ready action...
me do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can ready an action if you want.
Yeah.
I wonder how that works. Would that be... I think it's supposed to be an action.
It is, but it's like, why not?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I didn't persuade him, clearly. But,
do you want to use a luck die?
He did.
I just used one, yeah.
What?
I rolled a 7 and I rolled an 8. Yeah, it's a horrible persuasion. I wanted to...
For you, is it? Mark off your second use.
Yeah, I did. I'm down to 1.
Okay. Well, so I would go ahead, ready in action if you.
I'm gonna ready an attack action. If he tries to pretty much attack anybody, then I'm gonna attack back.
Okay.
My turn.
Yeah. We all know what this guy's doing.
Later.
Later, dude.
Yeah.
He's out.
I'm much better on intimidation. Should I have intimidated him? Then been way better if I intimidated him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I have
Decision
a 3
time.
Did you
proficiency
butcher
to
my
intimidation.
persuasion?
What's number 1 got?
Well, go ahead.
All right. Daily Silvereye sees what Kalsheen did to his beloved beast of a mutt that he called Half Pint. You did. You brought my dog alive. And as you say what you did, Gideon, he actually says, all right, I see that you have came well prepared. There's no way I can escape this. He says, you gave your word, officer, that you will take me cleanly and I will be taken care of. No more harm upon me or my men.
That's true. Come quietly, come cleanly. We'll let you and your mutt live. And the rest of your men.
Yeah. So he
All
actually he does. He puts his he drops his mace to the ground.
Oh.
And he holds out his arms like this. And he
Yes.
says I will come quietly then.
Well,
All
with your
right.
hands.
So
And I chain him up. Well, I whatever rope or whatever the fuck I have, ancient handcuffs, and I put him in binds.
You
and
have any
say,
on
then
you?
Told you to buy some manacles.
I've got rope, bro. I got rope.
Yeah, you
I got hemp and rope. I'll tie a knot here. And
So when he chains him up, he'll unrope the dog.
Okay. And the dog is, of course, as you reach down to untie the knot, the dog is growling, and Daly just says, "Not, heal, boy, heal. There mean no harm to us. Heal, and quiet." And after a little bit of yelling at the dog obeys his master and quiets down. And
So he's gonna.
Daly says, over on the table there, on the chair, there's a leash.
I would say just use the rope you used to leash the fucking dog up, man.
It depends on if it makes the dog feel more comfortable.
Well, you undid the dog, right? You said you undid the dog?
Yeah, I undid the
Well,
dog.
yeah, but I'm saying you could use the rope, tie around his neck, and then
No, I'll use the leash. Leash.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you go get the leash, and you guys, you put it on the dog,
Oh.
and you guys...
He's gonna go check on number 7 and 5 to see when we're. Sorry to make you do this.
Actually, that's a very gracious move of you. You are such a great guy. And honestly, Gil-Galad, you should probably help revive 5 as well.
You can make some death saves to see if any of them are dead. Make 3 of them. Or 4 or whatever.
I'm just trying to remember when 5 went down fairly early on.
Yeah, 5 went down early.
But that was 2. That was 3 turns ago.
3 death saves it has to make.
Actually, if we're going into that, so is everything completely over, Barry? Are we going into another round?
I think so. I think it's pretty much over at this point.
Okay, so can we move number? If we're going to do that to me, reviving anybody, which isn't going to cost me resources.
Okay, it looks like
in good saving to Silvereye. Like
really, I was just rolling to see if anyone rolled like a 21. But number 5 actually rolled 1 failure and 2 successes. So if we were going to go, if you guys were concerned about reviving.
Is it possible to get Silvereye here and he's looking upon... Just FYI, guys, this is to the team. If I use lay on hands on anybody or healing on anybody, if we get ambushed outside of this, we are screwed.
I don't think that's going to happen, man.
I don't have a
don't
healing.
believe so.
I don't have a healing kit. So
Well, that's fine.
Dude,
We'll revive all them, and
rest, man.
we'll
We got their-
take a long fucking rest inside this building if we.
No,
have
we're
to.
not. No, we're not.
I'm saying worst case scenario if that's what you're worried about.
Don't worry about that, Jeremy.
We're not doing that.
Yeah,
You're level
let's
1.
let's
Like,
help
you're in the
revive
city.
his.
You're not gonna
Well,
get
he's gonna
surprise
throw
ambush.
like an army at us at level. We're just waiting outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Daly's actually a chump. He's not some high-level arc nemesis who's like
Right.
clearly.
Oh, he's
a
just a
chump.
guy who has 40 life and can swing twice with his mace. No big
okay,
deal.
Well,
so
yeah.
so
He used action surge. I'm guessing.
okay, so if that's
No.
the case, then
Oh, he didn't. Oh, so he's level.
Gideon will escort Silver Eye like to here.
You can't think about creatures the same way.
Yeah,
CJ.
I'm gonna escort him to here
All right.
actually, and he'll be
I
right
didn't know if
behind
he
me.
was a creature.
No,
or an
not there
NPC.
because he needs to witness.
All right, fine here then. Well, here, yeah, and then Silver
Okay.
Eye can watch his.
So I will tell Daly. I say I will check the rest of your men to see if I can save any of them.
Okay. Well,
They're really not his men though. They're like hired drunkard fucking slumlords.
He
Like they're
called
not
them
even.
his men.
they're his men.
They're his
Yeah.
men. It's a compassionate
Okay.
point of view.
He has a
Okay.
little posse. It's like his own little gang.
All right. Well, they're
They're
all
not
coming
exactly
with
loyal
us.
to him though, because he does owe them a whole bunch of money. So
Well, to be honest with you, I hope all you guys have fucking rope because I don't have any more.
well, you guys have 50 feet of rope each, right? Starting
Yeah.
out, so
That's a lot.
So we're
Definitely,
gonna take them. We're gonna
you
take
might
them
want to
all
take some
back.
note. If you guys leave the city ever, you might want to buy some more rope because you're probably going to
Yeah.
use a fair amount of it here. So
Yeah.
Well, when we drop them off at the authorities, we can take the rope back, right?
yeah.
No, let's just go to the
All right.
fucking store. We'll buy more. Anyway, so if
So Daly is bound. Didn't really take much damage.
so he's
Nope.
like here.
Yeah.
Which
Only
is good.
Only it's a witness.
Yep.
So Daily would be
Only
like
to
here.
witness his characters being revived. That's all.
All right, go ahead and roll. You're gonna heal number 5.
Well, I want to see if any of them are alive.
Yeah, number 5 is alive. There's a
number
pulse.
five, number 5 is living. So
All right, I will give him a heal.
Okay, you focus it on the wound that did the most damage, and
Oh.
wow,
Yes, goddamn full life.
crap. Not quite.
But if he's conscious, that's all that matters.
Oh yeah.
Is 7 completely dead?
Okay.
I really love this whole like killing everybody and being like, come
Raising
back to
everybody.
life. Yeah, like that's such a sweet. Oh my god, dude. It's so.
Hershey
Awesome.
would have done this.
By the way, my character's totally against all this, but it is what it is.
Mm. So what is
Okay, so number 5 is up. So
Here.
is he? Obviously, he's weaponless.
Okay. See, Ashe is no longer raiding. So you guys are taking a look at. Okay, so. One second here.
we didn't take even a single point of damage.
Yeah, I gotta
So
say,
how much
I
lay on
really
hands are you
loving the
doing,
role
Jeremy?
here.
How many lay on hands are you doing?
To bring back number 7, how many saving throws did number 7 have?
How many
You don't
saving
know.
throws does number 7?
You don't know
You can,
that.
you can
mean
just
hit
do
points?
1 point of damage.
Yeah. No, he's talking about the death saves,
Yeah, death saves.
but you don't know that.
Oh yeah, you don't know that, but
Um,
that's kind of irrelevant, anyways. So
Put a good number.
0
towards
is
the
0.
nine.
If you heal just 1, then he's gonna be at 1.
I
Put
guess
a
I'll give
decent
it.
number to it.
I guess I'll give him 2. I'll spend 2 points to lay on hands and give him 2.
Okay.
And
So you have 3 left.
I'll have 3 left, so I'll mark that off. And hold on.
And they all rebel.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so as I do this, I guess that daily would be kind of.
Now, do you search daily?
I was going to resolve that after healing.
Yeah, once. There's a lot of chests to look through and a lot of loot to go through here. So yeah, I mean it would. I mean, yeah, I think
So
we should.
do you guys search daily?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll search the whole place.
Yeah,
Ideally.
yeah, everybody, including him, and all the rooms.
Okay, so I think I would want number 5, 6, and 7, and of course Daily to be kind of lined up, and they're tied with rope, of course. I have rope that I can use too.
Yeah.
All right. So we got number 1 in handcuffs, number 7 in rope, number 5 in rope, and number 6 in rope.
And then I
Okay.
guess as it's kind of role playing wise, so if Daly is here next to Gideon, because Gideon has him in tow, I was saying to Daly, look at what I can do to your minions.
That's a savage thing to fucking say. Oh
And
my god.
we have
And
taken
then-
the life. We have taken the life. I will grant them life once more. And I will go down to him. He sees my hand glow, and I cast Lay on Hands. Do not defy my father. Do not defy the All-Father, Vivata. Think about this again before you try to do evil in this world.
I feel like you're Jesus, man. I'm so
He's
blown away
Jesus.
by your character,
Savage,
dude.
man.
You are fucking savage.
I will vanquish you.
Yeah.
I really think there's
Well,
some
it's-
Christian theology bleeding through here.
It's because he's my character. It's just speaking out of tone. It's just my character's good. Like lawfully, he's good. He wants good for the world, but he also knows when to punish evil at the same time. But he also knows mercy.
Well, you sure showed that to number 5 when he was begging for it.
No, 6 was begging for it, and he didn't kill him.
Wasn't number 5 also begging for
No,
it?
number 5. did
No,
not
5
beg.
got killed instantly.
Number 5 did not beg. No.
Oh.
But he's back now, so no big deal.
Yeah.
All right, so let's collect the chest, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, hold on. So you search daily, right?
Right.
Now you find some stuff. Now, oh boy. Okay, so I take it you guys are Gideon, you're arresting all of these men.
I
still
have
here.
number 1 directly behind me, which would be here, and then the rest of them are chained and roped, and I plan on taking them like a chain gang down the fucking stairs.
I kind of want Daily roped separately.
He's handcuffed
Well, I want him separated.
and roped.
Okay.
Well,
So
separately.
you guys search daily, at least his personal self there. You notice that he's wearing a necklace, and on this necklace, it's actually just a little rope, but on the end of this little tiny rope about his neck is a key. And he has a little belt pouch that he's wearing, and you reckon there's about 12 gold pieces in it, but of course, I'm not sure what the law says about possessions of a thug that's being
I
taken
will
to
take
jail
it
or whatnot.
into the evidence locker.
Yeah, so you guys could probably explore his stuff to see what else is like in his room and elsewhere. But
Okay, so I guess before I'm not really conceal my character again. If Daly is here, can I kind of like press upon him, and of course, my holy symbol will be kind of glowing. It's
sure.
just-
So all
is-
these
is-
men are gathered together. 5. Wait, I guess 6 is still there.
6
Yep.
is still there.
6 is still alive.
Yeah. So 5, 6, 7, and
And
1,
the dog and the doggy
and the dog.
on a leash.
And he looks at you, Gideon. Daly does, and he says, "Tell me, can I at least have half pint with me in the jail?"
We'll
So
check
I
that
got-
out. Look. Okay, hold on. I gotta get into character. You've evaded the law and committed many foul crimes. However, seeing that you've surrendered this day, I may see that you might have him with you in your cell. I will do my best to make that happen with the authorities.
All right.
Okay. All right. And he says, one of them says, "What do you mean the dog is all you got? We just fought for you, Daly, despite being underpaid, behind wages." And Daly then looks and says, I do have one question, if I may ask. How did you get in? I hope that you did have mercy on my men up front. They're good men.
And I guess I before he relinquishes that question to Gideon, I will step forth and I will say, perhaps you shall speak to our good companion, Kalsheen.
Indeed. Whatever that creature's name is, I think she's a girl. She'll be able to explain to you what happened.
Oh, man.
And I
It's
guess
going to be a running meme this whole fucking
I guess,
you know that,
I guess
right?
Gideon and myself will kind of like beckon Kalsheen to come over and
Yeah.
Kalsheen to come
Okay.
over.
Well, come quickly explain
yeah.
because chest to fucking loot in this place.
So you want to go? So
Kalsheen says, I can be very persuasive, and I'll leave it at that. And he says, as you saw for yourself. And he kind of gives a bow.
okay.
I will say I'm a little worried about number 4. Did number 4 ever get the message? Is he still munching down on chicken down there? Like,
No,
number 4 left. He bolted. He left
he
the whole
bolted.
place.
He came up and was like,
Be hilarious. It'd be like, you see all this like
Came up.
carrying down the whole chain gang down the stairs. He'd be like, what the fuck? And like, it's just like, oh man, that'd be hilarious.
No,
It'd be like,
he's long gone.
okay.
So Kalsheen does...
Same with number 8. Number 8 that took off when Ashe said, "Hey, leave."
Yeah. Get outta
8
here.
Took off.
Kalsheen does pull or want to talk to Gideon aside.
Okay.
Well, let's go over to the chest.
No,
And-
he wants to do this now, and then you can go do whatever.
I mean, that's to the side down
Okay.
here,
What
right?
do you want to do?
Actually,
So he says, before you bring him to the dungeons or wherever you plan on taking him, I need somewhere else first, and then he will be relinquished into your custody, so to speak.
Oh, I see. You want the bounty, don't you?
Heck yeah.
And he says, you know me too well then.
And our guild.
What if I were to refuse, young lady?
Do you say anything to Ashe about the bounty?
And he says, bringing Daly in is an important feat for Ashe to become one with our guild, as she's not even a member yet. And he says, truly, you could think about her if not me, could you?
Yes.
And you guys look around and you don't see Ashe anywhere.
yeah, where is Ashe?
She always disappears. She's so small.
Eh.
Alright. I'll say this. I will say, look. Yes, I've seen him on the boards of one of the most wanted criminals in the area. Clearly has a high bounty on his head. I will let you take him in. Only because you've given us great success in this huge arrest. This is a great success for us all.
And
So
he says,
yes, I will give it to you.
You are too kind, officer. And he takes his leave and begins to rally Daly and the dog with him.
Well, let me give you the rope. I hand you the rope to basically that's binding one of them that you can lead them out, both out.
Yeah. And with that said, he says, Ashe, wherever you are, we're heading.
Actually, I would like Ashe to loot the chest because
No, that's not
Yeah,
necessary.
you're looking around. You don't see Ashe anywhere. You guys are looking all around and you don't see her.
Alright,
Oh.
so I'm going to step forward and take a look at this chest and open it.
Okay, so you open it and there seems to be a bunch of clothes. You do see a vial in there with a reddish liquid.
That's just vile, man.
I take a look at the vial and I'm like, hey, this is great. I'll take it. But I don't know what it is and I'm not going to attempt to identify it.
Give it to the wizard.
Well, you can't
Yeah.
really
Well, great.
identify it, so.
We don't have one. I'll hold on to it for now. And then I'll go over to this
Well,
chest.
those that are skilled with magic can probably, I would let anyone skilled with magic
would that be
take a look at it.
actually
Who's
to
Who's
the
skilled
D-
with magic?
to the DM?
Yeah.
Would that can I do that with Arcana?
Yep. Paladin, yep.
Okay.
The Cleric, yes.
Guy, I don't remember your name. I don't believe you've ever said it to me, but you look skilled in magic. Come here. Take this vial. What is this?
Roll Arcana.
I'll
So I'm
move
guessing-
a little
I'm
closer
guessing
to you,
he's-
I guess.
I'm guessing he's beckoning to me, and I will kind of like lift part of my hood over. Say, my name is Gil-Galad. Best you remember.
Jeez.
And
Bruh, you don't know who you're fucking with, dude. All right, go ahead.
and I will roll.
Fucking vile. Yes, that's good.
Oh yeah. Definitely, Gil. You know exactly what this is. This is a basic healing potion.
All right.
With age comes great wisdom. Best you shall learn, Gideon.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's a fucking healing potion. I'm gonna open up this chest right here.
Yeah, that one seems to be just full of a bunch of clothes. From the smell of them, they definitely need a good wash.
Nothing special.
No, nothing special.
All right, I would like to move up in this area and see if there's anything.
Okay, you do see a door. This seems to be just kind of... at one time, you think from the gouges in the floor, you think that there was a table in here at some time. It's a little bit dirty, definitely needs good cleaning, but considering this was like a hideout of men, of thugs, cleaning wasn't on their list of priorities. So, a bunch of discarded refuse and stuff laying about.
Yeah, Kalsheen, why don't you go over there and take a look at that
Actually,
chest?
can we beckon to Kalsheen to go look at that chest?
He's leaving.
Oh, that's true. I think Gil and I are the only ones up here at this point.
Yeah.
Gil, why don't you go over there? I mean, oh fuck, I can't leave the prisoners here. Let me open Can I open this door real quick?
Yeah,
All right, so I'll open this door.
it opens.
Enemy number 10.
Yeah.
Another ravaged dog.
Okay.
All right, I will open up this chest
Appears to be just clothes.
and this chest.
That one, you find another vial with red liquid in it.
Clearly Gil says this is
Clearly,
probably
it's a healing potion. It's identical to the other one.
Okay.
All right, so I
that one,
currently...
though, you do find a pouch with some money in it.
Oh yes, though. All right. All right. So how much did I find?
20 copper and 13 silver.
So no gold at all, right?
20 and 13.
Yep.
Okay, added. Gil, I'm gonna stay here with the prisoners. Do you want to go check out what that chest is?
Actually, I will make watch over these.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna
Okay,
fucking make my way over here. What's in this chest?
So, Kalsheen, are you staying here with the band of roped up thugs and the dog, or are you just leaving?
No, she's taking the dog in daily.
Yeah,
You're going right now by yourself, like you
already
left?
left with them. Yeah.
Well, he's downstairs and he's calling for Ashe.
Oh, so you went downstairs with the dog and Daly.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you're not sticking around Gideon going through everything?
Nope.
I promise you I'll split the loot up later.
It's a break loose issue.
Barry's like, well, that's a little fucked up, but okay. How am I going to do this now?
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
You could try. Then I'd kill his dog.
Oh. Fuck. All right. So you go downstairs. And the door is open. As you get down, you see a little bit of movement, and you see someone kind of just sitting on the table, like on the edge of it. And it's Ashe, and she's got a big, huge turkey leg in her hand, and she's munching on it.
That's what you meant.
And there's even a
What are
mug.
you doing, Mike?
There's a mug of mead at her side as well, and you see her just with two hands and just pick it up and just, and she's loving it. It's just tastes great, and it's just the most amazing juicy turkey that she's ever eaten. Like very like slow roasted.
They got a good cook in here.
And the second dinner.
And Kalsheen says, what the hell? And he says, let's have a meal before we go.
All Alright, so at that time, so it's Gideon and I are still level 2. I guess I will give
You
a
might as
shout.
well head down.
Okay, hold on. So, Gil, you're up with these 3 other men who are basically chain ganged together. Gideon, did you take the key from Daly? Where's the key? Does Daly still have the key on his neck?
No, it was taken by.
I thought somebody took it.
Who took it?
It was taken. No, it wasn't Gideon that took it. I think it was. I think it was Kalsheen that took it.
Kalsheen has it, yeah.
I do?
Yeah, because as you
Yeah.
brought the dog up, you took the key away from Silvereye.
Yeah, I thought I mentioned the key and someone said they took it. I just don't remember who it was.
I'm
Sure, I'll say I took it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So
Gideon,
I'll ask her, I guess
go-
while we're eating.
hold on. Gideon, you go to this chest and it's locked. And since this was Daly's room, you're kind of thinking,
All right. I will make my way downstairs and go talk to this fucker and be like, "Where is the key to your chest in your room?"
and Daly says, "Well, those are my belongings. You can't just go about taking what's not yours."
I'm going to use an intimidation on him and say, if you don't basically tell me exactly where the key is or where to find it, this whole deal's off.
No.
Don't do that. No.
Hey,
It's an
that's what he's doing.
intimidation roll.
Okay,
roll it.
man.
Roll it. That's
That
what
seems like a deception roll, not an intimidation.
That seems more like
Clearly, it's
No, he's threatening
intimidation.
violence.
I'm threatening him.
Totally.
Threatening lies is what he's doing.
Well, sure, but it's
Okay, good luck,
he's
dude.
threatening violence. He's
Good
gonna
luck- good luck.
kill him. Roll
Okay.
your intimidation.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was insight. My bad.
Well, just add your thing onto it.
No. Intimidation. Here we go.
12.
Lucky die?
Oh, my lucky die.
Do you want to use it?
Yeah, I'm using it now. Oh my god, I'm sucking at intimidating right now.
Bruh.
Well, I'll choose the 12.
And he says, "What kind of officer are you? You can't be doing that." And he looks over at you, Kalsheen. He says, "You're a witness. You see what he's trying to be. You can't
And
be
he
doing
says, be at ease, Daly. And he says, Gideon, can you give me a moment with Daly here?
that." As you realize, Kalsheen, that you have the key that you took
Yeah.
from Daly earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine. And I'll go back upstairs and
And he says, first, if you value your belongings, you need to tell me what's in that chest.
I don't have much, you see, but it is all I have.
Like?
I've saved for that stuff that's in that chest.
And he says, or did you steal it?
No, I've received payments. Sure, I've enjoyed a few little plunder here and there, but when you live life in this district, that is what you do to get by. Besides, I have a payroll to try to meet.
And he says, he's holding the key, and he says, well, if it's just personal belongings, I'll go check in there myself, and if that's what you say, we'll just leave it at that.
yeah, and I will definitely meet you in here.
And then he
because
says, I don't
believe
see
you.
Farad anywhere. Where's Farad? He's my cook. That is delicious turkey, wouldn't you say, little one? As he looks at Ashe sitting on the table.
Just like
Says,
down
where
there.
is my cook?
Where? I guess you wouldn't know where you got this turkey then, huh? I was gonna ask. It's pretty good.
It's
I like how
Farad's
it's like
recipe.
enemies and friends just talking to each other casually.
There's someone hiding out here.
Farad has a special technique of cooking those birds. It is quite good.
And he says, well, I guess before you get thrown into a decent meal, and he says, Ashe, can you keep an eye on these two?
So you're looking, you see all the doors are just wide open, and you see Ashe, and I don't know. Do you think, Kalsheen, after you've finally got the prize in your hand, you just leave them down here?
Well,
I mean, just mentioning that.
He's gonna close the doors and like lock them if you can. Can you lock the doors?
How about you give Kalsheen the key, and then he'll run it up to here.
I have the key,
Ashe.
right? Or does she have the key? Who has the key?
You have the key,
Kalsheen
bruh.
has the key.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you give me the key? I'll go right up.
Yeah, give it to him, or give it to Kalsheen, have him run it up to me, because, to be honest with you, I gave you the fucking bounty of taking him in, out of the graciousness of my heart. At least give me the access to the fucking chest.
No.
Or how about you just, like, all three go back up there?
What do you mean, no, dude?
Sure. Why don't you just take them all back up?
And he said, "Oh well, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, fair enough." He says, "We'll sit there. We'll enjoy a meal. Back up, see what's in that chest."
All right. So I'm not going to move the tokens back
Yeah.
down there. So you force them up there, and Daly says, "This seems quite unconventional to me. I've heard of bounty hunters liking to have the simplest of pleasures of life while they're on the hunt, but well, I must say this doesn't seem very professional, if you ask me."
Professionalism doesn't concern you, prisoner.
So you force them back up the steps, and he complies. And so you walk back up there, and you go to Daly's quarters, and you see Gideon there waiting by a chest.
Hand me the key.
And he
I know
said,
you
"There's
have
no
it."
need. I can open it."
I promise you, you won't go far in this city if you don't hand me that key now. I've already given you the out. You have your prisoner and your bounty. Hand me that key.
And he says, "Very well," and he gives you the key.
And I open the chest.
And he looks to Dane and he says, "This is a hard ass, this one."
I attempt to
Daly looks
insert
and he shrugs.
He should be like a fucking like a bunch of dildos in his chest or something. Super like crazy. He's super worried about it.
Did you see my notes or something? How'd you know that?
Alright, so I attempt to
there's a
insert the
click
key.
as you open up the chest. After a little bit of dilly-dally around. Also in the room, actually. Shoot. Bry's sword is in that room, by the way. It's actually on the table. Looks like he was trying to polish it up. There's some rags there, some sort of salve type stuff it's polisher. Looks like he was trying to polish that sword up, maybe probably to try to sell it the next morning, to have a good bit of gold or something. But Bry's sword was in the room, so that's important. Now the chest.
Take the blade. I will open this chest.
You see some clothes, just like the other chests. These clothes are a little bit nicer. They don't have quite the stank as the other ones. They're like changes of clothes. But you also see a small sack, and it has a few things in it here. There's some coins, but there's also a scroll case inside the sack.
Okay.
There's a fair number of coins in here, glittering silver. If you were to count it out, there's 336 silver and 48 gold pieces.
Oh my god. Alright, so that would make 57 gold pieces, and you said how many silver pieces?
336 silver pieces, so
that would be 349. And a scroll. How do I add
and
that
there's a
as
scroll
weight?
case. It's like a half pound, I think. I don't know. But there's a scroll case, and you kind of jiggle it, and there seems to be some sort of paper inside.
Alright, I open the bag and look into the bag and see a scroll and a case, and I open it up, and I attempt to understand what the fuck it is, and I clearly can't understand any of this, and so I asked Gil-Galad to come over. Can you please come identify what this might be?
Actually, I don't want to leave my post, so bring it to me.
Well, that's
all right.
Well,
fine. Here,
hold on.
take a look.
Kalsheen is there.
That is true. Do you want to ask Kalsheen to? Because she picked up.
Kalsheen's right there. She handed you the key.
Yes,
so she's
I guess you handed me the key. All right, take a look, Kalsheen.
Gosh.
Well, hold on,
What do I
Kalsheen,
look like a she?
you grabbed the sword already, right?
Why would
Off
I
the
grab
table?
the sword?
Just hold on to it.
Just leave it where it's at.
Yeah, he doesn't. Kalsheen doesn't give a crap about the sword. I don't think.
Yeah.
Well,
He would.
then I'll tell you what. Here's the fucking scroll. I'm grabbing the sword.
Remember, you told that man, that Bry, to not go anywhere, and he's still sitting with bloodied face out on the street out there. Just want to mention that too.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Okay, so
All right. I hand the scroll off to Kalsheen, and I grab the
Kalsheen.
sword.
You take a look at this scroll, and you take a look inside, and you unravel it. You're kind of expecting like some unknown, like arcane secrets or some magical scroll or something, but instead, it seems to be a letter that was written by someone.
Ooh.
And you begin to read it. And it's dated about 3.5 months ago.
Can you?
And
Copy
it
and
says, no, I'll just read it and then.
Okay.
Let me do.
Polish
About 3.5 months ago, which would have been.
Yeah, polishing another man. So yeah. Awesome. Oh man.
I grabbed the sword, by the way.
Sure.
I'm just calling it polished sword as an additional treasure.
Okay. So you start reading this letter, and it says, "Daily, I am eagerly awaiting for your shipment of powdered silver and iron of the highest quality. Remember, it's important that you also get this powder blessed by a luck bringer. I think we'll need everything in our favor as much as we can get. I trust that all is going as planned in Luck's hold. Do not disappoint me. You will become a very wealthy man if you follow through. I would have come myself into Tymria, but you know why that isn't possible. Besides, I have been entrusted of many duties here in Mystica. We have temporarily settled into a very remote, ruined monastery made mostly of white granite to better formulate and make preparations of what's to come. Things are going to change very soon. Signed."
I don't know why when you said monastery, that freaking excited me.
Wait,
Signed, Grandmaster
Signed what?
Lyric. Signed, Grandmaster Lyric.
Oh God. Okay, so
Did you say Lyric?
he's a
Hold on, wait. Shut up. Did you say Lyric? You cut out.
Grandmaster Lyric.
Fuck yes, dude! Damn it! That pisses me off and makes me excited at the same time.
Oh, it's just a savage.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
so clearly, this guy was a Silver Eyes, a lackey. But you need to ask him. We need to before you turn him in for the bounty. You need to talk to him about what he's.
Well, I'm gonna talk to him.
Now,
Can you copy and paste everything on that scroll into like chat, and I'll copy and paste
actually,
it?
you know what? I will just make it available to everyone to read.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's probably the better thing.
But their characters won't read it. I will. Like, okay.
Well, apparently, I'm not able to understand basic English, and I had to hand the scroll off to you.
You gave me the scroll and you took the sword. That's how it went.
Yeah, no one knows the contents except for Kalsheen, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
As of right now. So, there, everyone should have it in the handout. Read it for yourself. Just remember, only Kalsheen knows the contents of it.
Okay.
That's so badass.
So, you see the note, and you're kind of alarmed at the tone of this, things changing and stuff, and it sounds like this daily guy was just kind of some lackey, like doing some sort of errands or some sort of grunt work for someone else. But this Grandmaster Lyric, this really concerns you because the name Lyric sounds familiar to you, and you don't know why.
Yeah.
but you think that you've heard that name somewhere before, but you're kind of anxious to get back to the Azure Brotherhood Guild Hall to maybe have a look around to see if you can maybe spark something to your memory of the Cleric.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and it's just
awesome.
strange how it sounds so familiar.
I know, even to my character.
Yep.
I wonder if he has a big old fat bounty on his head.
Well, clearly he's the fucking like mob master, bruh. He's the one running all this shit.
Lyric's a genius.
So,
great story, man. That's awesome.
You,
That's
this is definitely interesting, but also, I mean, Gideon, do you ask, like, you see a look come over Kalsheen, and you're kind of maybe thinking it was a scroll case, it's going to be magical or something, but you don't really know for sure. Lots of times, important letters and stuff are also just stored safely away in a scroll case. So, do you ask him what it is?
Yeah, well, I'd ask him and be like, what have you discovered from the scroll?
Yeah. And he says, some interesting recipe list of some sort. And I just said, I'm surprised you just kept it in a locker. And he says, I think the halfling will enjoy this.
I do not believe you're telling me the truth.
Why would you suddenly not believe me?
Because you've been deceptive this entire campaign.
How have I deceived you in any way?
You've deceived everybody. Tell me what is withheld in that scroll, now.
How did he deceive?
Talk about metagaming.
Alright, well, if you're interested, you can, do you ask him if it's, apparently it's not magical, maybe you want to see it.
Clearly, yeah, I would like to see the scroll. Hand it over.
And he says, and he looks at you.
Remember, he's an official, and you guys are at a criminal's house. He probably does need to look at everything, because, if there's a chance of maybe getting the Daily's employer also arrested or something, that could be very interesting to him as well, as kind of a lawman, and especially since he wants to be a Fate Lord.
Yeah. He's an official, but give me a second.
My patience is wearing thin.
He's gonna... He says, fine, but this is in very intrinsic writing. And he says... He says, do you mind if I help you read it? And he says, I have a perfect spell that will allow you to comprehend this language, to understand it.
You will not confound the letter with some dispelment language bullshit. You will hand the normal letter over exactly as it is. Now.
And he says, I'm not going to affect the letter. It's for you, sir, so you can read it.
What are you wanting to cast here, CJ?
Yeah, he's trying to cast like the dumbfound language, like respell the letter or something.
I don't see that you have anything that would...
It's like fucking like Hisoka's like rubber gum or some shit, like bungee gum, like and trying to change some shit. Doesn't work in this game, not yet at least. You're level 1, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Dude, that's very...
Oh wait,
man.
Actually, I can't. I just realized I'm out of spell slots. Damn it! All that freaking healing.
So you will hand the letter to me now.
Thank goodness you're out of spell slots.
Could have worked.
Lady.
Except for you realized that I'm pretty sure if you failed at that, he realizes what you did to him. How do you think that would go over?
I would have fucked you big time.
I would have been long gone.
Remember, this is a party. You guys don't want to have to make new characters or anything, so...
Yes.
Come on.
The letter now, miss.
Alright, just hand the letter over.
Sure, I'll hand the letter over.
Alright. You hand the letter over, and Gideon, you actually see that it's not magical. Decipher it, and it is not a recipe list, as Kalsheen said.
Fucking liar.
You're not sure why he lied to you, but this appears to be some letter addressed to Daily. Apparently someone who was hiring Daily to do some work, some grunt work, acquiring some sort of components or the like. This isn't unusual, as rich mages from Kingdom of Mystica will often employ Tymrians to do like this, and it can pay really well. Apparently, this is a case of another Mystican, probably promising riches beyond measure for whatever things to be done. But the thing that concerns you is the note that things are going to change real soon. Like it's kind of implying some sort of conspiracy here. And then this Grandmaster Cleric, you don't know what a Grandmaster title is or what it means, but Grandmaster definitely sounds something of importance and of note. And if someone having a high prestigious position as this is having some lackey like Daily Silvereye doing stuff secretly, that kind of can't be good.
Right.
So, but a thought occurs in your mind too, like you kind of thinking, I wonder what Hughesbane would say about this.
And okay, well, as I finish reading the scroll, I wrap it back up, and I give Kalsheen a very stern look.
And he says, "What? I can be very forgetful."
And I look at you and I say, "I will be very never forgetful. Don't ever lie to me again."
Okay, I kind of overhear this conversation, and I kind of slam down my shield and mace upon the floor and say, "What is taking so long?"
Exactly.
Let us
Ashe,
get
are
out of
you
here.
Downstairs, Ashe, this whole time?
Yep.
Yep. Ashe is.
You're getting nice and full.
So I have an idea
On to
of
third
where
right now.
I have an idea where I want to go. I have an idea in my mind about who I want to bring this information to. I'm keeping the scroll. I put it inside of my chest plate, and I keep it for tight fitting.
Kalsheen wants that scroll back if you're getting the sword. So.
I'm sorry. You fucking lied. It's done.
Yeah, probably should have thought about that before.
Yeah, you lied
to
blatantly
his
to me. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
He
you shouldn't
says,
have lied
"I'm
to him.
afraid it's for my benefit and yours to give me the scroll, as you have no idea who the Grandmaster Cleric is."
Well, the information shared between us. It doesn't matter at this point.
Okay, I got to interject something here, as DM here. This is kind of the story angle that I was hoping to bring to light to kind of keep the group together as a cohesive, your own interests in why you would want to be in the party in the first place. So this is perfect. As you now, I think you see what is happening here. But just kind of work with me here. So, Kyle, I think Gideon probably does want to show this scroll, and plus it is kind of evidence. You kind of have to procure this evidence of Daily Silvereye and stuff. And you do want to show Hughesbane, because he does, he was an officer as well, and he's been around, and you probably want to hear his thoughts about it. Now, that being said, you can't help but tell that Kalsheen definitely has a huge interest in the scroll as well. You might be thinking, okay, maybe there's your Brotherhood as a whole knows something more about this Cleric guy, so that interests you as well. So maybe you would mention, okay, let me just take it for now.
Let me make a deal with him.
But look, I'm a soldier in the city. I'm not going anywhere. So I want to go bring this up to Hughesbane to see his thoughts on it. Now, you have enough information here, Kalsheen. You don't actually need the scroll. You read it. So you now know, and what's really standing out to you is the name Cleric. You're going to go investigate the name Cleric at the guild hall. So, but what
actually,
you find,
I do want it for an alternative reason. So
okay, well, maybe you can get it later. But
can I make a deal with him? Be like, look, just come back to the city. Let me show this to my superior, and when our investigation is done, I will gladly hand you the scroll back.
And he says, very well. And he says, I can deal with that.
Okay. Then it's done.
All right. Now, you guys get the sword, so we're getting short. It's definitely getting late. So, to bring things to a close here. So you grab the sword, you go out and you give it to Bry. And he is completely ecstatic. He says, "Oh, you found it! You found it, my family heirloom. I can never repay you enough, good officer." It says, "Oh, Tymria, the land of wonders." And he says, he just thanks you, and you hand the sword, and he leaves a happy guy, And he also notices that you have a chain gang of criminals there, and he just kind of spits at their feet as he walks by, and he says, "You're all scum. And, he has still a bloodied up face, with dried blood on it
Right.
at this point, and he's still pretty pissed off about it. But he figures the most he could do at this point is just kind of spit at their feet to show his distaste.
What
towards
can you
them.
do?
Yeah, and so he takes his sword and he moves off. He disappears into the night. Now, you guys, you take Daily Silvereye to the guild hall, and
Can I
there's
split the
officials-
silver up between everybody before we leave? I mean, it'll take maybe 30 seconds.
Sure,
I
sure,
do it real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so fellas, I obtained a lot of fucking gold and silver. Let me split that up between you fellas.
If you want to split that up between them, you don't have to.
Yeah,
No, I do.
You're confiscating this, aren't you?
Because here's the thing,
I'm not going to give them all of it.
Be,
I'm going to give them.
Well, it could be blood money, right? It could be stuff that was stolen and from citizens. Maybe.
Okay, well, let me ask. Does anybody's internal character believe they deserve any bit of the loot I've confiscated? Does anybody believe they're entitled to any of it?
It's like a refund for the money he spent, which is like, hold on, I think it's
I gave you 2 fucking gold.
No, he means a refund of like everything he spent to complete this mission, which is just 6 more gold.
Okay, that's Kalsheen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gil's like, I'm not interested.
Okay. What
about you, Ashe?
What about Mike? Mike,
I'll be happy to take anything you want to give me.
All right, so I will give 10 gold pieces to Casey.
Sure.
That'll put me at 47. I will give Mike 100 silver pieces.
Okay.
240. Yeah. And I will give.
Now you're going to take something for yourself for your troubles?
No, I have 47 gold pieces. I'm going to give 27 of that to Gil, just because he said he didn't want anything.
27 gold or 27 silver?
27 gold.
What the fuck?
Wow.
You were the only person. You were the only person who said I didn't care to have anything. That's why you get the most.
Okay. Man.
Okay.
Remind me to never let this guy divvy up your endeavors that we have.
Well, I'm only left with 20 gold.
When you guys get together as a party, it'll be different circumstances.
Yeah, I know.
And bear in mind, like 90% of what I have is probably not going to be in my possession. Yeah. I'm giving most of it away anyway, so I wanted to give you guys as I could, based on response. So,
I hope we get into
there you go.
Okay, so, all right, so you guys basically depart. You definitely. Maybe you guys exchange contact info. You kind of learn where Gideon, Kalsheen, you learn where Gideon patrols most often, like which districts and stuff like that, because you're probably going to want to seek him out for that scroll again.
Yeah.
Likewise, Gideon, you're probably going to be interested in fighting Kalsheen as well to see if he found out anything about this Cleric guy.
Right.
And Ashe, you're of course just kind of interested in this Cleric guy as well, hoping that it leads to maybe venturing out of Luxhold and getting away from the troubles that are brewing here for you.
Yep.
And then Gil, you're just going to be happy with just hopefully not pissing Gideon off too much, and
just don't touch
just
him on the
staying by his
shoulder.
side and just kind of assisting him and seeing where your travels take you. Pretty much, like you're just more like wandering.
An observer.
Yeah, and you're just helping with your services. All right, so you guys depart, and then you go back. Now, to resolve this really quick.
Did we gain any XP to the DM?
Yep. Now, first, Kalsheen, when you go back to the guild house, it's like middle of the night, but there's still people up and about. It's the city that never sleeps. And there's people who, as you walk in with Daily Silvereye, even some say, I can't believe it. Look, that's Daily Silver. It is Daily Silvereye. And look, it's Kalsheen. Kalsheen brought in Silvereye. And everyone's starting to, like, you just love hearing your name spoken in whispers in the guild hall.
Heck
Like,
yeah.
it sends chills down
You're
your
welcome.
spine. And Ashe, you can't help but catch the sense that people are surprised to hear that Kalsheen brought in Silvereye, and of course you helped as well. But Kalsheen did kind of impress you with his demeanor and the way that he acted, and he was really sure of himself. But he showed it, he proved it, and you kind of can't help it. Maybe he's a wild card. Maybe this is kind of an interesting guy to be around because he does the unexpected, and that's kind of cool. So, especially healing the dog up and all that.
Healing the dog, heck yeah.
That was an
It reminds me
amazing
of this
move.
other guy I knew who talked too much too, but of course he's dead now. But he kind of reminds me of him.
Yeah, it reminds me.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Kalsheen, you get your reward. You go to the different avenues and areas of
What was the reward for him? Was it 200 gold?
200 gold. Just to move things along here, eventually you do get the payout. It doesn't happen immediately. They meet with Silvereye. They do some tests and make sure that it is indeed daily Silvereye. Because, there's magic. So a lot of people could try to dupe the system. So they do their due diligence to make sure that this is indeed daily Silvereye. And it is. And you do get your reward. And it's 200 gold. So you can pay out. I believe you had an agreement with Ashe.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
That's the reason why I didn't give him a bunch of gold. Because I knew you were going to pay him.
So how much... Well...
It's up to you. You can do 50-50 or whatever. I mean, Ashe did...
Do 50-50. Ashe did a fucking good job, bro.
And he says, I am a fair man. 100 gold.
Ooh.
And he says, as long as you give me the fame, I will give you the fortune.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so you each get 100 gold. So you get the reward pay.
Actually, if he's going to say something like that, he'll give her 120. And he'll just take 80.
Wow, okay.
Like I said.
All right. Okay, so I'm
good at being unnoticed.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to start off the next session with... now, there's going to be a few days of downtime here, okay, for all your characters. So, but we will resume, picking up next time right where we left off here. But during this downtime, you guys will have a moment to reflect upon your travel, your adventure here that you had with Daily and all that. And you're going to have learned and trained some more things. So you guys gain some experience. So you guys gain 400 experience points each, which is enough to take all of you up to level 2. And if we can one by one have everyone roll hit points.
So I do get that scroll back though, right? Are we just going to...
Not yet. Nope. Gideon still has it. So we're going to pick up next time basically where we left off here. It's just that I want to go ahead and get your level 2 stuff level up out of the way. So everyone should have 400. So yeah, so you have a choice for hit points. You could take the safe average for your hit die, or you can roll 2 dice, two of your hit dice, and you get the higher number, but you have to take what you get. So if you roll 2 ones, sucks to be you. But if you choose the average, that's safe, but that also means that you're not risking the high number. So
can we use a lucky die on? No, I'm just kidding.
No. So Ashe got 4. That sucks.
That does suck.
So
I'm gonna do the average. What's the average dice?
So Ashe, you're at 15 total.
Can I go real quick? Hold on.
Hold on.
Depends on your class.
It depends on the class. So hold on, one at a time. So Ashe just rolled hers. Who wants to go next?
Me.
Okay, Kyle, you are a fighter. So you have... I'm going to mark it here so you know. It's D10's hit dice that you have. So that means you could choose to take a 6 for hit points, or you can roll 2d10 and you get the higher number. And you do get to add your Constitution modifier, which you have +3.
All right, so I'm going to roll 2d10s real quick.
Okay. So you could do 2d10 KH1, which is keep highest one, +3, if you wanted to roll it all at once.
No, fuck that up. I'm going to type it up.
Yeah, you can see what I typed.
Plus, no plus. I'm going to roll these 2.
900 is your next threshold.
All right, so 5. A little bit worse than average.
+3, right?
+3, yeah. So 5 plus 3, so 8 total.
8. So I go to 21.
So you are at 21 max. 21, Ashe is at 15. All right, who's next?
I have a Constitution of +2, so should I do that or just
Gil-Galad, you get D10s as well, and you have a +2, so it's 2D10. If you wanted the roll, it's 2D10 KH1 +2. If you want to roll, or you could just
Or you
sit,
can just take 8.
or 8. So a roll of 6 plus your Constitution modifier for. No.
So let's roll 2d10 plus.
+2.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh!
So 5.
So that's 5 that you got. So Gil, you were at 17.
Okay.
A little bit unlucky on the rolls tonight.
Jeez. That is not. That's terrible. And then Kalsheen,
Yep.
get D10s.
No, D8. I'm a
Or
cleric.
sorry, D8. I meant to say
Yeah.
D8. I was just looking at a
I'll
screen.
do
that
it
has
one at a
D10s.
time. Shit.
That's not.
Oh.
Four
So
is not
5.
horrible.
Yeah, we all
So
have
14.
We're all at unlucky.
Yeah.
Probably should just roll a
Right.
fucking Constitution.
I think an 8 was okay. I mean, fuck.
So 14 for you, Kalsheen.
Yeah.
Dang. Everyone rolled terrible in hit points.
Yeah.
Well, at least Gideon has 21. And you guys have good armor classes. Okay, so
Actually,
now that you guys...
how much gold do we have before I guess myself and before Gideon can buy plate?
Oh gosh, you have a long ways to go.
Yeah,
pretty
we
expensive.
don't even worry about that. But look, we're at level 2. We got action surge shit going on here. This is good. This is good.
Yeah. So, so you guys can go ahead and update your sheets for having level 2 abilities. And
Yep.
remember, you have 2 hit dice now.
Yep.
So instead of 1. And yeah.
Yep.
Level 2.
Awesome.
And that's
hit
a wrap.
dice. All right.